Why don't we play cards? How about a game of old maid?
Oh, brother.
Hey, Mr. Parker. Why waste time with games? As long as we're stuck on board, how about putting the time to good use? Say with a blackout drill.
Blackout drill?
You flick, Lester. How can you have a blackout drill in broad daylight?
How about that, Groove?
What's the use of trying to tell these ignoramuses, Mr. Parker? We gotta show them. Now here, first we adjust the hanky over the arm. There. Now then, gentlemen, the object of a blackout drill is to be completely blindfolded and still be able to identify all objects by touch alone. Right, Mr. Parker?
Huh?
Hey, now I get it. Great idea, Groove.
Hey, yeah, all right, guys, stand back and let an expert handle this. I got fingers like, or eyes like a bat. Now, man, follow me right over. Boys, you want to just follow me over this way. Now, over here, we have the radar map. Yeah, well, that's funny. He was here this morning. We've taken a wrong turn. Let's wander back this way. The radar map. Oh, here it is. I found it. Radar map. Right. Oh, sorry, Gruber. You want to straighten your tie? So if, boys, you want to stand back? I can't work if I'm going to be tripping over your feet. We're going to be going up 2 steps to the forward deck, so watch yourself. Right up this way, boys. Now watch your step, boys. There's a 2-step right there. And we're going to... okay. Who's the wise guy to let the sea bags around here? Boys, this is going to have to be cleaned up. Now, oh, here we are. This is the wheel. Very important part of the boat. See, it goes left or right. The boys may get a chance at it on the way home. Here's the forward railing. Hey, seagull at 2 o'clock. How about that? Really hot today. Boys, stay with me. Hey! Hey, depth charge overboard! Hey! All right, everybody down at depth charge! Get down! Oh, boy. All right, here, let me help you up, Willie.
Oh. Thank you. You saved me.
Now, look, Willie, don't get hysterical at a time like this. You got to be a man. All right, boys, it looked like it was a dud, so we, Say, Willie, I don't want to say anything in front of the other guys, but you're a little out of shape.
Who is this Willie, and why are you blindfolded?
What do you mean, why am I blindfolded? We were Hey, you're a girl. What are you doing on our boat? Look, where is our boat? Hey, where are the guys?
I do not know who you are, monsieur, but I thank you. 1,000 times I thank you.
Well, you're welcome. For what?
With that man, he was trying to rob me and choke me, and you saved me. How can I thank you?
Well, you shouldn't have done that. Why, we haven't even... Boy, it's lucky the guys are below. We haven't even been introduced.
Yes, forgive me. I am Karema, a daughter to the Shah of Durrani.
Oh, well, I'm Charles. Son to the mother, Mrs. Parker of Chagrin Falls. The Shah of Durrani. Hey, we're here to sign a treaty with him. Well, why, that almost makes us pen pals.
I would love for him to meet you. Please come. The hotel is close by.
Oh, I don't know, though. Of course, it is kind of in the line of duty. Well, all right, you guys, stay below and watch the boat. Great bunch of guys. Got to keep your eye on them at all times, though.
And remember what the Admiral said, that getting those oil rights is real vital, sir.
Oh, big deal. Big deal.
Yes, sir.
I want to tell you, McHale, I'm the highest ranking officer in this area.
Yes.
I have to take this guff from some cockamamie two-bit character just because he happens to own an island that has oil on it.
Yes.
His Highness, the Shah of Durrani.
Oh, Your Highness, I'm so honored, Your Highness. This is the greatest day of my life.
Who is this uniformed cocker spaniel?
Sir, they're begging your Highness's pardon, sir, but I'm Lieutenant Commander McHale, and this is...
I'm Cocker Binghamton.
Cocker Binghamton.
No, I'm Captain Binghamton. And we bring you the warm felicitations of the American Navy.
Yes, well, thank you very much. Where is the Admiral?
Admiral Rogers sent his regrets, sir, but he was tied up with important matters at Comfleet, and so he sent us to negotiate for him.
He did not send us. Sent me, Your Highness, me. You see, you must excuse him. He's a very uncouth peasant, and you know how they are. They're always trying to elbow their way in with us dignitaries. Now, I have a rough draft of the treaty right here, Your
I'm
Highness.
sorry. It's an insult to think that I would even negotiate one treaty without at least an Admiral in attendance.
But, sir, Admiral Rogers did send his apologies, and there was just nobody else, sir.
No, wait a minute. You see, in an emergency like this, and this is an emergency, we could arrange for a field promotion.
Field promotion?
Yes. We call Comfleet, and you tell them that you want me promoted to Admiral, and then I'll be Admiral Binghamton.
Well, I can't be bothered with all this nonsense. The answer is still no.
Oh, Your Majesty, please. Now, you want to have an Admiral, sire, and I want to be an Admiral, so have them make me an Admiral, and we'll all be happy.
Charlie, ow!
Daughter, what has happened? Are you all right?
I'm fine, Father, thanks to this brave young ensign.
Oh, brave young ensign, I'll break every bone in his body. Get me off the deck. No, not both there.
Set him down. Easy, Captain, easy.
It is a pleasure to meet you, young man.
Oh, well, it's a pleasure to meet you, Your Shaughness. No, I know. Face East, I learned this in high school. We're honored to... Wait a minute, that's southwest. Listen now, if the sun rises over here...
Chuck, it's okay, Chuck. I'm sure His Highness appreciates your words of welcome.
Just don't pay any attention to him at all, Your Highness. He happens to be the dumbest, clumsiest klutz in the whole U.S. Navy.
How dare you call Charles such terrible names? Why, he saved my life.
Did I hear you say he saved your life?
Yes, Father. I was accosted by an ugly brute down by the docks, and this dear, sweet ensign came to my rescue.
Hey, how about that? Captain, did you hear that? Why, Ensign Parker's a hero.
I want to thank you with all my heart, young man. Permit me to reward you in some way.
Oh, Shaw. After all, she already kissed me.
The treaty. We were discussing a little matter of a field promotion.
Very well, Captain. You handle the details. And when you're ready, summon me.
Oh, Your Highness, thank you. I can't tell you how happy I am that you've made me an Admiral.
No, Captain, you're mistaken. I'm not making you an Admiral. I'm making him an Admiral.
I just said that.
Me, an Admiral?
No, Your Highness, please, it's not him. Don't you understand? It's me. He doesn't deserve it. I'm the one that deserves it. The man is a boob. He's a boob.
Enough! I have spoken. I will not sign the treaty with anyone but Admiral Parker. Come, child.
Oh, dear.
Well, I guess we better call Comfleet about Mr. Parker's promotion, huh, sir?
No.
That's all right, sir. If you want to go ahead and scream, just go right ahead.
What? Make Parker an admiral? That's insane.
It does sound that way, doesn't it, sir? But the Shah said he'll negotiate only with an admiral, sir. And since you can't be here...
But why, Parker, that bird brain?
Well, you see, the Shah has taken a liking to the bird brain. I mean, Mr. Parker, sir. And, well, he insists he'll only negotiate with Admiral Parker.
Of course, the Pentagon did say they wanted those oil rights at any cost.
So you'll authorize the promotion, sir?
Oh, no. He'll never do it. Please, don't let him do it.
All right, I'll issue an order making Parker temporary admiral. But it will only be in effect until the split second that treaty's signed.
Roger, sir. Bye-bye. Bye. Son of a gun. Well, it's official, Chuck. You're being promoted to Admiral. You let him.
Admiral Parker. Wow. Oh, boy. Hey, did you hear that, Captain? Hey, now I can give you orders.
Well, this can't be happening to me. This has got to be a horrible nightmare.
Well, now, Admiral Rogers says that this promotion is only in effect until the treaty is signed.
He did? Well, and that's what I gotta do. I've gotta get the Shah to sign that treaty. You're not gonna be an admiral long. Oh.
1,000 apologies, sir.
Why don't you watch where you're going, you stupid? You're the Sahib, or however you... could you summon the Shah?
That is impossible, sir. His Highness has been called back to Durrani on urgent business. The signing of the treaty must be postponed.
Postponed?
For how long?
His Highness will come to Teratupa to finalize the treaty with Admiral Parker within 48 hours. Until then, good fortune to you all.
I said to you with the good and all that. I can't go back to Teratupa and be outranked by this stupid klutz.
That's Admiral Klutz to you. And you better watch it. I got a trigger temper. I'd hate to put you on report.
Put me on report? Oh, that doesn't. Oh, I've taken all I'm going to take from this. No. Let me out of it. No, I'll give my good.
Come on, boys. Make it faster than the devil. All secure, Admiral.
I'll stop with that Admiral business. Get out of my way.
Admiral first. You all right, Captain? I'm all right. Listen to me, Parker.
You're only an admiral till that Shaw gets here and signs that treaty. And when he does, you're going to be an ensign again. And when you're an ensign, I'm going to break you into 50,000 pieces. Oh, that goes the rest of your cutthroats, too. We'll see you at the last laugh around here.
Bye, Captain. Bye.
Boy, he sure hates to see anybody get ahead in this world.
Just try to stay out of old Leadbottom's way until after that treaty's signed. And the rest of you guys, sit tight. Stay on the boat. I gotta go over and radio a full report to Admiral Rogers. Sit tight.
Boy, Mr. Parker, it's too bad you're not really an admiral.
You wouldn't have to take all that guff from Binghamton. Neither would we. That creep.
Yeah, boy, if I was a real admiral, you can bet your bottom dollar I wouldn't... Hey, wait a minute. I am a real admiral. I mean, for today, anyway.
Well, wait a minute, Mr. Parker. We were just talking about...
No, wait a minute. I've taken enough from that measly captain. I'll show him. As you were, man. Or, stay here, whatever they say.
Mr. Parker, wait!
Skip says to stay right here.
Where are you going?
Tell the Skip I'll be in my office.
What office? You don't have an office.
I will have as soon as I throw Binghamton out of his. Push me around, Willie.
Fuji was here, you know what he'd say.
Oy vey.
Parker, what are you doing in my office? What?
Well, I was just about to ask you the same thing. Well, this is exactly what I had in mind, but it's livable. Here. Now, look, why don't you get your grubby possessions and get out of here, Leadbottom?
Oh, you stupid nitwit.
Admiral, stupid. Oh, boy. Now look what you've done. All right. Now get a mop and clean that up. And I mean hop to it.
Oh, if you think for 1 minute that I'm going to get a mop and...
Now, look here. I said get a mop or I'm going to hang you from the highest yard bird. Arm. I'm going to have to... Now, this is your Admiral speaking. All right, now get a mop. Hop to it. Hop, hop, hop. You're not hopping. Hop, hop. All right.
Captain, I was down briefing our new SP unit, and I heard you were back, and I wanted to hear what... Parker, what are you doing in that Admiral's uniform?
I'm practicing for a performance of Pinafore. What do you think I'm doing in it, you ninny? You're a ninny. Ninny.
Captain Binghamton, sir! Come quickly, Captain Binghamton!
Let go of me, will you?
Come quickly, Captain!
Go.
Captain! Oh, there you are, sir. Sir, I caught him impersonating an Admiral. Sir, what are you doing with that?
I'm impersonating Cinderella. Let go of the Admiral.
You mean he really is an Admiral?
He really is an Admiral.
Oh, Admiral, I didn't know, sir. Believe me, I didn't know. I am terribly sorry. Are you all right? Forgive me, please.
Would you stop drooling over him?
You better stop mopping. Mop.
I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. You can't make me do it. You're only an Admiral. The Shah signs that treaty, and that won't be long.
Yeah, but it only takes a minute to make out a man's transfer to combat duty. Right, Lieutenant?
Oh, yeah, so would you please call me Elroy?
Elroy?
Yes, and you are right. If you would like me to, I will cut Captain Binghamton's orders.
Wait a minute, I'm mopping.
All right, and you keep mopping. Now, I want both of you to clean up this office. I'm going out and inspect my base. And when I get back, I better be spick and span. Do you hear me? Spick and span. Get the door.
Yes, sir.
That's strength.
Unlock me, Mom.
But this isn't fair, sir. Admiral Parker distinctly told us both to clean
Will
up.
you shut up? One more Admiral Parker out of you, and I'll give you a good lick.
Excuse me, Captain. For the love of... Captain, what are you doing with that swab? Carpy, how dare you?
But Admiral Parker told us to clean up, both of us.
Oh, don't be silly. He was only joking. You know that. By the way, where is Mr. Parker?
How should I know? He said he was going out to inspect the base. Any luck at all, he may run into a minefield.
That's a good one, a minefield, yes, sir. Well, sir, the reason I came over is, well, you see, the Shah of Durrani will be landing in less than an hour, sir. And if you see Mr. Parker, would you please tell him to come to the Officers Club right away, sir? Bye-bye, Captain. Bye.
Did you hear him, sir? The Shah's arriving to sign the treaty. Then Parker will be an ensign again, and you can get your revenge. Oh, I am so happy for you, sir.
You shut up, you turncoat, you. How can I be happy? Parker's gonna get all the glory. Why couldn't it be me instead of him? Oh, when I think of all the years I've waited to put this on, there was just some way. Wait a minute. There is a way. Yeah, get me SP headquarters.
SP headquarters? Sir, what are you going to do?
I'm going to put on this uniform, and I'm going to negotiate with the Shah.
But, sir, you could be arrested for imitating an admiral.
Yes, well, you got the right idea. You got the wrong admiral. Hello, SP headquarters. This is your captain speaking. And now you hear this. There is an ensign on this base masquerading as an admiral. I want you to pick him up and lock him up. And be careful with him, because the man is an absolute kook. Over and out.
But, sir, the Shah is expecting to meet with Admiral Parker.
So he'll meet with Admiral Binghamton. I'll get him to sign the treaty. Comfleet won't care how I did it, and I'll be a hero.
Oh, sir, if I may say so, you are a genius. An absolute genius. I have never been with a man...
So the bouncing boob is back on my side again. Now you stop sniveling and close your eyes.
Sir,
Close your eyes. I'm dressing. You in there?
Oh, yes, sir, yes, sir.
Don't peek.
Where is he, Skip?
Hey, to find Mr. Parker.
No, doggone it, old Leadbottom said he went off to inspect the base yet.
Oh, great.
That means he could be any place.
The way he was acting, he might be down ordering his own battleship.
Oh, cut it out, will you bunch of gloomy gusses. Now, look, we gotta find him and fast before the Shah gets here. So come on, spread out.
Okay, fellas, everything is Shaw-shaped for the ship. Ship Shaw for the... It's okay. What is being an admiral can sure run a guy down. Fellas? Here.
Hey, I think I'll take a little nap. Young admirals need their rest.
The cook that's masquerading as the Admiral. Let's get him. All right, fella, you're under arrest.
How dare you? I'm Admiral Rogers.
Sure you are.
Down here from Comfleet to help finalize a treaty with the Shah of Durrani.
Sure, and I just came from Never Never Land from seeing the Queen of the May. Come on!
Wait a minute here! We've got the Admiral!
None of the guys are back.
Doggone it. I guess they couldn't find him either. And that Shaw's plane is going to sit down any minute.
How are we going to feel Mr. Parker out of this one, Skip?
Well, what are you asking me for? I don't know. All I know is that the Shah refused to sign unless there's an admiral present. And if we blow those oil treaties because of... Hey, wait a minute. I think I got it. Hey, group, they have admiral's uniforms over special services, haven't they?
Sure, but... Hey, Skip, you mean you're going to dress up as an admiral and meet the Shah?
No. The Shah knows me, but he's never met Admiral Gruber. Come on.
Admiral Gruber? Guess I owe it all to clean living. You come on.
The coast is clear, sir.
Good. Now you get down to the airstrip and you pick up His Highness. Bring him back here.
Yes, sir. Oh, sir, if I may say so, you make a magnificent admiral.
Oh, I do sort of have a little...
Uh-huh.
Oh, shut up. Get moving.
announcing the Shah of Durrani.
Oh, Your Highness, Princess, welcome to Taratupa.
I thought it was clearly understood that I would negotiate this treaty only with Admiral Parker.
Oh, Parker. Well, Parker has been called away on Navy business, the war, you know. See, another day, another battle. I think if you'll come right down here, sir, you'll find everything in order right here.
Excuse me, Prince. Your Highness, Princess, it's most unfortunate, sir, that Admiral Parker will be detained, you see, and...
At ease, Commander. The Shah knows all about Parker being detained.
Captain Binghamton...
Admiral Binghamton.
Sorry, Your Highness. Sorry, Princess. I'm sorry for intruding. I'll be on my way now.
Out of my way, Commander. I'm in a hurry. I've got 2 parades and an invasion to make before lunch.
No, Condition Red.
Your Highnesses, I am Admiral Gruber. And since your good friend Admiral Parker could not be here to sign the treaty,
Gruber.
Uh-oh. Hi-ho, sir. Nice day for a treaty, eh, what?
Another Admiral.
McHale. Excuse me, Your Highness, while I introduce the admirals to each other. Admiral? Sir, the most important thing right now is to get that treaty signed and fast.
And let this 2-bit phony hog the limelight? Not a million...
Skip, look.
Your Royal Dignitary ship, Admiral Bell here in place of Admiral Parker, who is unavoidably detained.
Admiral Bell?
What kind of navy is this? Is everyone an admiral?
Only in America, Father.
Perhaps I can explain, sir. You see...
You won't explain anything. I'm in charge here. I'll explain.
This is all too confusing for me, dear. Let's go.
But, sir...
Admiral Parker!
Hi, Princess. Hi, Shaw.
No, that won't be necessary.
Gee, I'm sorry I'm a little late, but I was taking a nap, so I could... Hey, Tinker! Hey, you guys made Admiral Groove! Boy, that's great! Wow. Hey, Leadbottom. She'd have taken anybody.
Well, this is all very confusing, but as long as you're here, Admiral Parker, I believe I will sign.
Oh, no, Shaw. You've got to sign it with me. You see, I'm a captain admiral. He's just an ensign admiral.
Oh, you just got promoted. Why, next to me, you're a baby admiral.
Baby admiral? You dodo. I've taken about all from you. I'm going to take...
Please, sir, you're making it look bad for the rest of us admirals.
Now, let us get out of this madhouse.
Binghamton! What in blazes is going on?
Out of my way!
Admiral Rogers, a turn hut!
You're Admiral Rogers? But I don't understand this. 4 admirals standing at attention for a common prisoner?
Well, you see, I am not...
You see, Your Highness, don't let the uniform fool you, sir. This is really Admiral Rogers. He's been out on a mission, an undercover mission. Isn't that right, Admiral?
You're absolutely right, McHale.
And you see, Your Highness, we felt that the Shah of Durrani was much too important to be greeted by only one admiral. So we had all the admirals in the area come in. Isn't that right, gentlemen? At the Treaty of Versailles, there were only 2 admirals present. But for our treaty with you...
6. Well... This is an honor I could hardly refuse. Yes, I will sign the treaty.
Good. He'll sign the treaty. Oh, good. He's going to... I'm first. The second?
Parker?
Third.
I'm third.
Fourth. Fifth. Is there any room? I'm fifth.
Gentlemen, may I propose a toast? To our favorite executive officer, welcome back to the ranks, Ensign Parker.
It's great to be back, you guys. I never want to see another admiral as long as I live.
Yeah, I agree to that. Hey, how about some chow? Forge, bring on the chow.
Movies. A dozen Hoot Gibson movies.
Oh, no. That's like exchanging a Coke and ammonia.
Yeah, what we need is pictures where the Phillies have only 2 legs.
All right. Mr. Parker tried to do the best he could. So quit your beef and give him a hand with the cans.
Oh, no, thanks, fellas. No offense, but these films are my responsibility, and I'm going to see if nothing happens to them until I give them the lead bottom personally. So if you... Well...
Greetings, Gate. So this is what they mean by crashing into the movies, eh?
give a hand here, boys.
Jumping jellyfish? I don't believe it. It's Jerry Colonna. You're Jerry Colonna.
What'd you expect, Rex and the Wonder Horse?
Hey, it is Jerry Colonna in the flesh.
Hi, Jerry, baby.
Hope we didn't shake you up, Mr. Colonna.
Your arms and legs look okay. Hope you didn't break your mustache.
Oh, but my eyeballs may never bounce again.
Well, we're sure glad there was no damage, Mr. Colonna, Commander. Oh, incidentally, my name is Quentin McHale. I'm skipper the PT-73.
My pleasure, McHale.
My pleasure,
Jerry,
sir.
where's Hope? Yeah, where's old Ski Snoot?
Oh, he's over New Guinea getting a nose job. Hey, where are you boys from?
Taratupa. It's a little island due south of here.
Taratupa sounds like an oriental disease. Is that on our schedule, Commander Ross?
I'm afraid not, Mr. Colonna.
Oh, now that figures. A real-life movie star shows up, and what do we get? A bunch of stale old horse operas.
It ain't fair.
Yeah. If we see one more saddlebum shouting, reach for the sky, you varmints, we might just throw the war.
One of my best friends are varmints. Irving Varmint, Clyde Varmint.
No, Jerry. What the boys are driving at is that, well, if you were to pay us a visit, man, it'd sure perk up the base.
Hope to be on New Guinea for a couple of days. Why not?
Well, it's a little bit irregular, Mr. Colonna, but anything you say. How's Thursday at 7 p.m. look, McHale?
Sounds great. How about it, boys?
Pictures of Jerry Colonna. Hip, hip, hooray! Hooray! Hooray!
Ah, you good boys. See you Thursday. Bye!
Bye-bye! Bye-bye!
Captain Binghamton's office. Oh, I'm sorry. The captain's sleeping late this morning, Admiral Henshaw. Admiral Henshaw. Oh, well, sir, what I meant is the captain is out inspecting some of the men. You see...
What are you doing at my desk? What are you doing?
Sir, it's Admiral Henshaw.
Okay, it was Admiral Yamamoto. What are you doing? Admiral Henshaw? What?
Chief medical officer at the Pentagon, sir.
I know who he is. Think I'm in the Army or something. Hello, Admiral Henshaw. What is an important man like you doing way out here?
I'm at Confleet, investigating certain irregularities at base hospitals in this area.
Irregularities? Oh, we don't have any irregularities, Admiral. We run a very... Sir! A very tight hospital.
I want you and your medical officer to fly up here to Confleet immediately. Bring all your records. You read me?
I like a thermometer, Admiral. That's a little medical joke. I thought I'd... You didn't care for it. Well, yes, thank you, Admiral. Thank you. Goodbye, sir. That prying old goat.
What's the trouble, sir?
Well, I've got to fly up to Confleet with all our medical records so that brass-bottom quack can go over them. Means I'll have to put you in command while I'm away.
Me, sir? In command? Oh, thank you, sir. Sir, I will make you proud of me. I will be one of the best.
Good, because your first job as acting CO is to pack my suitcase. Let's go.
Easy does it, sir. It was just an accident.
Yeah, anybody can drop a can now and then.
How can you klutz, attacking your CO?
No, sir. Don't get all head up now.
And besides, just standing on Hoop Gibson.
You mean all of this is Westerns?
Go on, Chuck. Tell him the good news. Tell him who's coming.
I don't want to hear any good news. The only good news I'm interested in is that I won't have to look at his fat little face for a few days, because I'm going up to Confleet, so get out of my way.
And while the captain's gone, you'd better keep those privateers of yours on their toes, because I am acting base commander.
Right now, you're overacting. Start folding my underwear.
But, Captain... Couldn't you imagine that? Doggone it! Here we get Jerry Colonna to come up here and do a show for us, and what does he do? He won't even listen to us. Oh, now look, Captain, look. Now, wait a minute, Captain.
Don't you now, wait a minute, Captain. Me? Just pick all that film up off the floor and get out of my office. Just get out, that's all.
Well, I
What in the blazes?
brother.
Hello, McHale, Colonna. Ah, yes, I'm in the pink.
Oh, you're in the pink, all right.
That's right, my blues are in the laundry.
Knock it off, funny man. We got a very hilarious PT boat down there that's got to be scrubbed. So where's the rest of your fellow comics?
Ta-da!
He's only a bird in a gilded cage.
A beautiful sight
To see.
Sure, you bunch of coyotes could make a fortune running yourselves out for air raids.
Thanks for the tip, Skip. But we've already got ourselves a little gimmick. Observe.
I see it, but I'm not gonna believe it.
These are just a sample, Skip. We got more coming from Chief Wannabe's little helpers.
Hey, Chief Wannabe's little... Don't you schlockmeisters ever give up? For crying out loud, our base is getting a break finally, and you guys are still...
Oh, boy, am I glad to see you. Hey, you guys got to start giving yourself more time to shave in the morning.
Oh, what do you got there, Chuck?
It's a radio signal. It's from Special Services, and it's bad news.
How bad?
Yeah, what is it, Skip?
It's as bad as it can get. Colonna isn't coming. The show's been canceled.
Cancel? Hey, they can't do this to us.
Well, according to this special service directive, due to time restriction, the Colonna show can only visit bases with 50-bed hospitals or more.
Wouldn't you just know it?
Well, how many beds does the Terratuba Hospital have?
Well, according to this, 28.
What are we going to do in the South Pacific with 500 lip warmers?
Can't you guys get your minds out of your wallets for crying out loud? Don't you understand? This'll drive the morale over on Main Side lower than a snail's belly.
Yeah, well, what about that?
Oh.
All the stupid regulation.
Yeah, 50 beds. What a bunch of hogwash.
It just doesn't pay to stay healthy anymore.
I told you that sunshine and fruit juice would get to you.
Wait a minute. Of course, it doesn't pay to stay healthy anymore. You guys are right.
What are you driving at, Skip?
Well, if it means that we gotta have a 50-bed hospital to qualify, by golly, that's what we're gonna get.
Hey, the Skip's right. That's it. Now, look, all we have to... Wait a minute. What good are 50 beds gonna do if you don't have 50 patients to put in them?
Never fear. We'll get the 50 patients, providing my ever-loving head nurse doesn't examine them too closely.
Oh, Marley, you play along, Skip.
Yeah, but what about Leadbottom?
So what about Leadbottom? He's not here as he's up at Confleet. Copies in command? What could be easier? Come on, let's get going. Wait a minute. Let's get rid of those lip wigs, so help me if I ever see one more mustache. I'm gonna...
Hello, Hope. Colonna-san here.
Base Commander Carpenter here. State your business and quickly. I'm a busy man. Busy. Oh, Captain Binghamton. Oh, how are you, sir? I hope everything's going as smoothly at Confleet as it is right here, sir.
I'll belay the dribble and pay attention. We're in big trouble. I'm flying to Terratuba tomorrow morning with Admiral Henshaw.
Don't you worry about a thing, sir. I'll have that hospital spick and span.
What does spick and span have to do with malingering? He claims that our records show a high rate of malingering. So I want you to cancel sick call. I want you to pull the plug on the x-ray machine. Anything. But I want those wards just as bare as Mother Hubbard's cupboard.
Mother Hubbard? Oh, Mother, oh, that's very funny, sir. Oh, yes, I'm sorry, sir. Go ahead, sir.
Elroy, don't mention a word of this to McHale and his gang. If they find out I'm on the hook with the Admiral, there is nothing that they wouldn't do to hand me the shaft.
All right, sir. Mum's the word.
Man is a boob.
Look at that sick call line. Oh, no, they can't do that. They can't. Oh, my goodness.
Now, remember, you guys, it's the only way we can get Colonna here.
All right, manager, come down the line, call out your favorite disease. Now, who'd like berry?
Malaria. I'll have the same.
Make that 3.
3 to go.
I don't know how I let you talk me into this, Quint.
Well, you couldn't help yourself, Molly. I'm just irresistible. Oh, Chuck, how we doing, man?
37 patients in, 13 to go.
Which means that our 50 beds will then be filled, Molly. Then all we do is send word to Special Services that we qualify, and Mr. Colonna is on his way.
What is going on here? What?
Oh, no, it's little Leadbottom.
Go on, beat it, Molly. I'll handle curly locks.
Sailors? What are all these malingerers doing in here? What?
Malingerers?
Malingerers.
Oh, come now, Carpy. You got it all wrong. These boys are real sick.
Oh, my stomach.
Oh, I don't think I'll make it.
Good morning, sir. I've got the bubonic plague.
Man, he's got to have his tonsils out.
You see?
Well, that is just too bad because sick call is canceled until further notice, and that is an order. I want this hospital cleared right now. All of you men, shoo! Out! Shoot!
Wait a minute, Copy. You can't do that.
Oh, can't I? It just so happens that I am the acting base commander, and for the last time, Commander McHale, nobody gets sick on my base, but nobody. Now, everybody out. Shoo, shoo. You mean shoo. I said shoo, and I mean shoo. Shoo, shoo, shoo. Now, everybody out. Shoo.
Skip, you can say it. I won't listen.
I hate to say it, boys, but I'm afraid you're just going to have to kiss that Jerry Colonna show goodbye.
Well, you can say that again. Oh, that miserable. Can you imagine him calling off sick call?
Well, I wish he were sick. I bet you if he had one little sneeze, he'd be in there faster than you could shake a stick.
Yeah. Hey, Chuck, that's it. Oh, boy.
Love that smile.
All we have to do is to convince Copy that he's sick. Man, he'll break down doors in order to get medical attention.
Hey, that's a great idea, Skip. Molly, you got any extra germs?
No. That's all we need. All we want from you, Molly, my love, is one sleeping pill. Here he comes with Copy's lunch. You know what to do.
Hey, Swabby, you got a match?
Sorry, mate. Fresh out.
Oh, that's too bad. Here, take these. I got plenty.
Okay, Grube. He's out like a light. Makeup. Okay, Grube. One more dab will do you. Attaboy. Perfect. All right.
How about that?
It's a work of art. Chuck, give him some more of that instant fever, quick.
Skip, this light's giving those things an enamel finish.
Please don't tamper with my masterpiece. Shh. Hey, come on, that pill's starting to wear off. Come on, it's time for phase 2. Let's go.
Come in.
Hiya, Copy. Here's a couple of requisitions. Hey, what happened to you?
Oh, my gosh, you better stand back, Skip. He looks contagious.
What are you talking about, contagious?
Those spots. Oh, you poor kid.
Spots? What spots? I haven't got any spots.
I wouldn't call them stripes. What'd you call them, Skip?
Well, if I had to call them anything, I'd call them measles.
Measles? I could... Measles?
You also got 7 years bad luck.
Chuck, we've got to get him to the base hospital right away.
Oh, no, I can't go there. I promised Captain Binghamton that I'd keep the wards in the base hospital as bare as Mother Hubbard's cupboard.
Bears? Now, look, this is no time for nursery rhymes, boy. This is serious. Why, you can spread it around. You're a carrier.
You heard of Typhoid Mary. You know what they're going to call you?
What?
Measles Elroy.
Measles Elroy? Me?
Oh, there's another one. Where? Right into your nose. Ooh, ha, ha, ha. Boy, if this keeps up, why, you can go just like that. Even faster.
Here, let me feel. Holy Hannah. Boy, you must have a temperature of at least 120.
Oh, no, that's in the shade.
Oh, I'm burning up. I'm feeling worse every minute. Oh, help me. Please help me.
Chuck, we got to get him to the hospital right away.
Oh, Skip, can't. He canceled sick call.
Well, I've just uncanceled it. Oh, please help me. Help. Oh,
don't worry. We'll get you to a hospital even if we have to break in. Help! Medical corpsman! Anybody! What took you so long?
Sorry to keep you waiting.
Oh, no. He looks horrible. What is it, Skip? Leprosy?
Worse than that. Measles. Help him, boys. Down, gently. Easy.
Gently,
Easy.
please.
Easy. Yes,
gently.
that's right. Here we go, boys.
Guys, contagious man coming in.
Don't nobody even breathe.
Nurse, take a look at this man.
Sit to it straight, nurse. He's got a weak face, but he can take it.
I've never seen a case of measles like this before. Why, it's awful.
Oh, please, nurse, I'm contagious. Put me to bed quickly before I contaminate anybody else.
Too late. It's too late. You've already contaminated half the base. Look.
Skip, you only need 50.
Holy mackerel. Quick, Brew, let's get out of here.
Help me.
So long, Spotty.
Nurse, help us. We're sinking fast.
Somebody send for the chaplain, quick.
Nurse, you've got to admit these men and get beds. More beds.
You're so right, Commander. Okay, some of you guys bed down here. The rest of you go into Ward A. Hurry. That's you too, Lieutenant.
Gently.
Yes. Every second counts.
Gently.
Admiral,
I'm certainly glad that you came down a day early, sir. The sooner I can put an end to these ridiculous rooms.
Yes, Binghamton. Let's get on with the inspection, shall we?
I just wish you'd let me signal ahead, Admiral.
So you could alert your staff? Oh, no. I found that a surprise inspection is the only true one. Now, let's move along.
Oh, for the love of...
Oh! Sakes! You two goofballs doing in my hospital. Why are you doing this?
Sir, we just came over to pick up some milk of magnesia.
Huh? Yeah. We didn't have anything to take for the coffee.
Milk of magnesia in your... I ought to... Oh, yeah, that's a joke, Admiral. They're always joking.
Shall we get along with the inspection?
Yes, let's...
Oh, inspection! Yeah. Why don't we start? What would you like to start with? How about my fingernails?
No. That's not what the Admiral means, Mr. Parker. Admiral, but don't you follow me, sir? The motor pool's right this way.
Motor pool? What are you talking about? I'm a medical officer.
Oh, well, then you can inspect the ambulances, sir.
Get out of my way.
No, sir, you don't want to go in there. Well, look. Why don't you take the Admiral over to the officers' club and buy him a nice cold drink?
Yeah, they got a tall Shirley Temple over there. It'll last you for hours.
Binghamton, I've heard enough of this drivel.
Well, me too. You men get out of my way, that's an order. I want the Admiral to see my nice, clean, empty, deserted hospital. What happened? Shirley Temple. You see, for the little business we do here, Admiral, we might as well transfer our whole medical staff.
Well, this is your idea of an empty hospital, eh, Binghamton?
I don't understand this. It was empty when I left. Absolutely empty.
Excuse me, Admiral, but we shouldn't even be in here. You know how contagious measles are.
You're right, McHale. Measles are very contagious.
Yes, sir.
These spots look more like iodine to me.
Iodine? How could that possibly be, sir?
Yeah, I think if you look more closely, you'll find that it's grease paint and,
Grease paint? Well, of all that dastardly... Christopher, you get up. Now, easy. You're right. It's a grease paint, Admiral. He's a faker. You get out of here. Get right out of here. Look at this one. Look at this. They're all fakers. Look at that. Fakes.
Malingerers is the word with a capital M. You better have a good explanation for this, Binghamton.
Well, you see, Admiral, when I was everything, there was... He did it. I mean, you're trying to make a fool out of me. What's the matter? You men, get out of my hospital. What are you trying to do? Get out. You get out of here.
Binghamton, what kind of a madhouse are you running here?
Well, McHale's got to be at the bottom of this, Admiral.
All right, McHale. What's your story?
Can't tell you. That means he's guilty. Oh, you lay it into him.
Oh, stow it, Binghamton. And get to the point, McHale. Now, what's the reason for this phony epidemic?
Well, okay, Admiral. I'll level with you, sir.
Well, you better.
Yes, sir. You see, morale has been pretty low here on Taratupa lately, sir. Well, if we didn't qualify as a 50-bed hospital here, we never would have been able to have the Jerry Colonna show play here.
Jerry Colonna?
Yes, sir.
Coming here?
Uh-huh.
To Taratupa?
Yes, sir.
Admiral, don't you listen. That's a trick. They couldn't get Jerry Colonna here if their lives depended upon it. Could too. You and your malingerers are not going to name-drop your way out of this one.
Oh, simmer down, Binghamton. After all, morale is important to good health. I don't exactly approve of your methods, McHale, but if you did intend to get Jerry Colonna here, I'm sure it would be a shot in the arm to any base.
A shot in the arm? But these men need a shot in the head. That's why Colonna wouldn't come within 5 miles of them.
Ta-da! And here he is, folks. He can only stay a second, so let's give him a big Taratupa welcome. The one, the only, Jerry Colonna!
Greetings, Nate. Sorry I'm late. I'll never smile.
That's it, Jerry. Cut. Sorry, that's all the time we have for, folks. Gotta catch a plane.
Now, wait a minute, Gruber. You get out of my way. Just a second, you fuzzy lip faker, you. You're not Colonna. See, there's Seaman Bell. There is no end to which these con men will not go. Shall I call the SPs?
No, please, Admiral, don't take it out of my crew. You see, they were only doing this to help me.
Oh, stow the alibis, McHale. I was about to buy that phony story of yours. Now I can see the captain was right.
the ambulance from the airstrip. You better clear the way, man.
Oh, don't pay attention, Admiral. It's just another cockamamie trick of theirs to try and get off the hook.
Greetings, Gates. So this must be the place.
Jerry Colonna.
For my first number, I will start with an andante pianissimo, ending with a cadenza, after which I will bank the 8-ball in the side pocket.
Oh, what a break. How did you ever make it?
Oh, just faked an attack of appendicitis, so the pilot had to make an emergency landing. Couldn't let my boys down, you know.
No, sir.
This isn't Jerry Colonna. This is just another fraud. Anybody can see that.
What are you, some kind of a nut?
Eddie, Binghamton, of course that's Jerry Colonna.
He is not Jerry Colonna, Admiral. I'll bet my stripes on that. Look at this.
You see?
Well, sorry, Captain, but a bet's a bet.
Bet's a bet. Well, I'll make another bet. I'll bet you don't live the day out.
Egad, I don't mind doing an extra show, but how do you follow an act like that?
That's a good question.
Tis the sad when you think of her wasted life, for youth cannot mate with age, and her beauty was solid for a rich man's gold. She's a bird in a cage.
Oh, Jerry, you were just great, just great. Oh, the boys will never forget this. Yes. Holy jumping Jehoshaphat, Admiral. Are those spots that are popping out on his face?
By heavens, they are. This is awful. Mr. Colonna, I'm afraid you have a legitimate case of the measles.
What, me? This is ridiculous. Well, I gotta be going. Bye.
Just a moment. I'm sorry, Mr. Colonna, but you're not going anywhere. As of this moment, you're under quarantine. And that goes for everybody here.
Quiet, Captain. Okay, Colonna, your call to Bob Hope is through.
Hello, Hope? Colonna. What have I got to say? I'll tell you what I got to say.
Oh, sorry, Groom. We already got our emergency delivery for this month. Sergeant Callahan.
Callahan? Who's he?
He's with that new bomber squadron. Charges $2 a bottle less than you guys. From now on, we're going Air Corps. The only way to fly.
Oh, about that Fink Callahan. Lowballing our prices.
Well, it's getting where you can't trust anybody anymore.
Forget it, men. We got lots more clients to service. And besides, remember the Hippocratic Oath. Next stop, the nurses' quarters. Door-to-door beauty products. Gruber's wrinkle remover. You look beautiful tonight, sweetheart.
I do? Well, thank you, Gruber.
Captain Binghamton.
Yes, Captain Binghamton. What are you doing at the nurses' quarters this hour of the night? What?
Nurses' quarters? Funny, I was about to ask you the same thing.
Me? Well, I mean, if I can...
Shall we call it the standoff, sir? I won't tell anybody if you won't.
Gruber, you come back here. You gangsters are all under arrest. Come back here, you murderers. You hit-and-run hot rodders. I was in the crosswalk.
what a bum rap.
Yeah, we've been doing great for months.
Yeah, and then along comes the Air Corps.
I'd love to get my hands on that Callahan. Imagine cutting our prices.
Yeah, what's happened to fair play? You can't trust a fella crook anymore.
Come on, Callahan, let's go. We're gonna be late.
Callahan? So that's him. No good creep.
Let's go get him.
Easy does it, Buck. We'll be back to the field in plenty of time.
All right, wise guys. I'm Gruber.
Oh, yeah? Well, I'm Queen of the May.
Don't get funny.
Hey, what's the idea of muscling in?
Yeah, we got the booze concession around here.
That's what you think, sailor boy.
You like to live dangerously?
Yeah.
Talking to him.
Would you like a punch in your wild blue yonder?
Come back here, Callahan. Come back here and fight, you coward.
Let me on him.
Now, give it to him. Hey! Hey, break it up! Hey!
Oh, you black license! Break it up! Oh, Brad! Get out of here! Break it up! How's it like to try another island, you coward?
You crooks!
Yeah, come on back and take care of myself!
Hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it. But will you stop? Oh, what's this all about?
Well, they're trying to move in on our bootlegging operation.
The name of those guys.
Bootlegging? I thought it was inter-service rivalry.
Uh-huh. So that's what this is all about. I thought I told you 8 balls to break up that still.
We just turned out one more batch. After it's gone, we're going straight. Honest.
Oh, you're gonna go straight, all right. Straight to where you hid the bottles. And I personally am gonna help you take an inventory with an axe.
All right, now you men heard the skipper. No more booze making here on this naval installation. Now, we don't mind you sneaking a little drink once in a while, but...
That's it, Parker. You and the men mind coming along with me? I've just seen the most fascinating seashells by the seashore to add to our collection. Come on, let's get out of here.
Oh, yes, Captain. You can take my word for it. McHale and his mobsters were out bootlegging again last night. I almost caught them right in the act.
Almost isn't good enough. I've told you a dozen times we can't prosecute McHale without proof.
Proof? How do you get proof on a bunch of crooks like that? Every time I sneak up on them, they drink the evidence. Captain, if you'll come over here, we can try again tonight. We'll rush them and you can smell their breath.
Binghamton, have you ever thought of taking a nice long leave? You need a rest. And so do I. Now, don't you dare call me about McHale again unless you've got evidence.
But Captain Shepard. Oh, of all the...
Oh, Captain Binghamton, look at you!
What's the matter? You're staggering in here, pouring booze all over your commanding officer.
I'm sorry, sir. Please forgive me, sir. But, sir, we've really got Commander McHale this time. You were right about that bootlegging, sir. This is the evidence right here. I'm sorry I spilled it on you, sir. But, sir, I found 6 cases and a still hidden in the old ammo shack, sir. And it's homemade whiskey, all right, sir. Well, I did taste a little of it, sir, in the line of duty, of course.
That's quite all right, Elroy. That's quite all right. Pour yourself another one. Pour yourself a dozen.
Oh, thank you, sir. You're more than kind.
Both a dozen, Elroy. This is my lucky day. I finally got the evidence on McHale.
You, sir? But, sir, I was the one who found the evidence.
Shut up and drink. Hello. Get me the fleet legal officer back on the phone. On the double. Hurry up. Let me see. I'm going to need squad of Marines. I'm going to need fingerprint equipment. I'm going to need a camera. Oh, I tell you, Captain Elliot Ness is going into action.
Oh, yes. Sir, you have Commander McHale on Article 14 this time, sir. It's illegal profiteering during a time of war.
Yes. Well, bon voyage, ex-Commander McHale. I've also got him on Article 16. He's trying to poison his commanding officer.
I like it, sir.
Hello, Captain Shepard here.
Captain, hello. I've finally got the proof on McHale, Captain. 100 proof.
And I'm telling you guys, for the last time, no more booze.
That's right, no more booze. Ah, come on, Skip, have a heart. How come we have to suffer while Callahan runs wild?
And I thought there was justice in this world.
I'll give you guys justice. Callahan or no Callahan, your bootlegging days are over.
Yeah, your bootlegging days are over.
Hey, Skip, boy, this sure is hard liquor. Do you want to trade places? Maybe we could get the job done a lot faster.
Yeah,
right. Skip, can't we save a couple of bottles?
Get.
Case of snake bite.
It's a big year for snakes.
The answer is no. N-O. That's right, no. N-O.
Here, Skip, I never could handle my liquor.
Are you sure you spread the word that we're going to destroy this ammo shack tomorrow?
Oh, yes, sir. And I made sure that McHale and his men overheard me, sir.
Good, good. That means they'll be by here tonight for sure. I get so happy when I think of the fact that I am finally going to get McHale that I tingle. I positively tingle. Here they come.
Oh, congratulations, sir.
Shut up. Get on that desk. Yes, sir. Now, all right, McHale, put your hands up. I finally got you, racketeer. The devil. Who are you, man? Who?
Sergeant Callahan, Army Air Force Ordnance, sir. There's been a terrible mistake.
There's been a mistake. You're supposed to be McHale. Of all the fouled up. This is all your fault, Pinhead. Captain Shepard will be here in the morning to arrest McHale. He'll think I'm a
jackass, sir.
Yes, a stupid, idiotic. Shut your mouth. Take these men out of here. Get them out of here.
Hurry up.
On the double. I thought I had McHale right in the palm of my hand, and I could just scream.
I know how you feel, sir. I could scream, too.
Could you? Why don't you start first? Captain Shepard, Binghamton here. How are you this evening?
How am I? You called me up in the middle of the night to ask how I am?
Well, no. I called you to save you a trip down here, Captain. You needn't come by here tomorrow.
Binghamton, what are you trying to say?
Well, you see, I have McHale, but I don't quite have him yet. But when I get him, Captain, you'll be the first to know.
Splendid. And when I line up a good psychiatrist from Comfleet, you'll be the first to know. Now, stop bothering me.
Now I've really got to get the goods on McHale. He'll begin to think that I'm...
I'm sorry, sir. I forgot to knock.
I'll knock your block off, you lout.
Sir. Look, sir, I got the evidence on Callahan and his gang, sir. Here it is. I had it rush developed, sir. Look, isn't it beautiful?
It's tragic, that's what it is.
But
all my scheming and my conniving. I've got fingerprints, I've got photographs, I've got bootlegging samples, and what do I end up with? Callahan. Of course, that's it. Doesn't have to be Callahan. Get me McHale on the phone. I've got an idea.
Oh, I could tell, sir. I knew it the minute your nose started to twitch.
Never mind the character analysis. Get me McHale. Tell him I want him to meet me with his men in the old ammo shack in 1 hour. Tell him we're going to rendezvous for night exercises.
Night exercises, sir?
That's right. I'm going to exercise my finger on this shutter release. Click, click, click.
Oh, I get it, sir. Oh, sir, that's brilliant. I'm so proud of you, sir. This is the dirtiest trick you've ever pulled.
Please, Elroy, you'll turn my head.
Oh, never, sir. No.
The phone.
Yes, sir.
I don't get this. Me neither.
Binghamton never goes on night exercises.
Yeah, well, I wonder what he's up to this time. What do you think, Rube?
Well, all right, belay that. You guys aren't paid to think. You're the enlisted men. We're the guys who paid to think. We're the officers. What do you think, Skip?
Right now, I'm not earning my pay, because this whole thing has got me stumped.
Come on.
Boy, is it dark in here. What in the blazes is that?
Sounds like glass. Maybe Binghamton has this place booby-trapped.
Never heard of a booby trap with a cork in it. Wait, where are the lights? Somebody turn on the lights.
Always glad to oblige, McHale. Say cheese.
Captain, you can't do this to us. This is a frame and you know it.
Yes, Gentlemen, haven't I always been fair to you men? Now, the only frame about this thing is the one that I'm going to put around it when I hang this lovely picture in my office.
Of all the low-down, scurvy tricks.
Glitters for shucks.
And we fell into a trap.
You're nothing but a rotten old man.
Captain, you won't get away with this.
Why not? They say one picture is worth 1,000 words, and besides that, I've got your fingerprints on those bottles, and another thing...
Sir, that must be your call to the fleet legal officer. I told him to transfer it here.
Fleet legal officer?
Yes, will you excuse me?
Fleet legal
Hello, Captain Shepard. Terribly sorry to disturb you at this hour of the night, Captain, but I got him.
You got who? Binghamton, have you gone out of your mind?
Out of my mind? Well, of course not. I told you I'd get McHale, and I finally got him. Foxy Loxy has finally trapped the big bad wolf.
Foxy Loxy?
I have got all the evidence that you wanted on those hoodlums. I have got photographs, I've got fingerprints, and look at this picture.
Look at what picture?
Oh, it's McHale. The light isn't very good there. Look at it that way. Got him with the goods, haven't I? Now, will you fly down here first thing in the morning, will you? Will you?
Of course, Binghamton. I'll be there. Now, you get a good night's sleep, and I'll be down to see Foxy Loxy the first thing in the morning. Bosun, call the airstrip, get my plane ready for immediate takeoff, and get me the psychiatric ward. Dr. Moran.
Oh, McHale, you're really through this time. When Captain Shepard gets here in the morning, McHale and his mob are gonna be wiped out.
Oh, sir.
Go ahead, enjoy yourself, Captain. But remember, every dog has his day.
And the captain is having his now.
No, you stop that. Now, if you'll forgive me, I'm going to go Betty by now. And with this beautiful evidence under my pillow, I ought to sleep like a baby. Huh? Ta-ta.
And I thought the Nips were our enemy.
He's really got us over a barrel this time, Skip.
Well, what do we do?
Well, there's only one thing left to do when you're in a hopeless spot like this, fellas.
What's that?
Just lay down and have a good cry.
Well, I left my hanky in my other uniform.
But we can't give up. We gotta find some way to break out of here.
Oh, sure, break out. A lot of good that'll do.
Solid as a rock. I'll never get out of here.
Yeah, we're dead.
Hey, maybe I can get my mom to bake us a cake with a file in it.
There's no use.
We're here to stay.
Hey, fellas, look.
Jumping crawfish.
What are you doing here? Yeah, visiting hours aren't till 0800. You want to get in trouble?
Come on, watch out for the guards. Come on, let's get them out of here.
How do you like that? One of our guys breaking in the jail.
Boogie, have you flipped? How could you do a thing like this?
My pals in big jam. I wanted to help.
Attaboy, Bougie.
Hey, let's slam out of here. Wait a minute, hold it. Look, what good would that do? They'd only catch us and... Unless, of course, we can get out of here and get our hands on that phony evidence, huh?
Hey, yeah, that's more like it.
Yeah, but Skip Binghamton said he was going to sleep with it under his pillow.
Well, that's even better. Yeah, the fleet legal officer already thinks he's flipping. And I'd like to see Binghamton explain his way out of the midnight raid of McHale's mob.
Hey, now you're talking.
One frame deserves another.
Come on. All right, one at a time.
Are you sure you can make it, Skip?
I beg your pardon.
Oh, you finished me, Hale. I really got you this time. Just as sure as my name is Foxy Loxy. Admiral Foxy Loxy. What are you men doing bursting in here like this? What are you? You're supposed to be in the brig.
Listen, you crumb, if you don't shut up, your teeth will be smiling at us from all over the floor.
Take it easy, muscles. You know what the boss said. No violence unless he refuses to cooperate.
Boss, the coast is clear.
McHale.
Just, call me what me friends call me. The exterminator.
And I'm the executive exterminator. You can call me Babyface.
Now, wait a minute, McHale, wait a minute. Don't you think for 1 minute that you're going to scare me.
Oh, relax, creep. Nobody's gonna hurt you. As long as you hand over the evidence you got on me and me mob.
So that's it. Well, I'm not going to do it. I'm going to call a brig. Hello?
Sorry, punk. You've just been disconnected.
Let me blast him, boss.
Easy, babyface. Easy.
Let's have the evidence.
No. I've waited too long for this moment.
Let me blast him, boss. Here, I'll put the silencer on so it won't give him a headache.
I told you once, not yet.
Yeah, you know the syndicate rules. First we discuss things calmly, then we kill.
You and your big mouth.
Boss, if I can't kill him, let me kill him. I gotta kill somebody.
All right, look. There's not gonna be any killing, that's final.
All right, boss. No killing.
Well, that's better.
How about a flesh wound just to keep me going?
I told you.
Well, he can talk and bleed at the same time.
Well...
No, don't kill me, babyface. Please don't kill me. Kill somebody else. I don't want to die. Kill Elroy. He'll be nice with him. Take the evidence. There's the evidence, please. Now, please, babyface, I gave the evidence. Everything is in there. Believe me, there's the negatives, the pictures, everything.
That's a pretty crummy picture he took of us.
Yeah, it makes me look fat and bald. Let me give it to him in the belly.
No, not in the belly, please. I've got a nervous stomach. I got nervous everythings. Don't shoot my anything.
Look, babyface, can't you remember any of the rules? You know we never kill a sick man.
That's right. We just rough him up a little.
Hear that, you big shot, you? They're just gonna rough me up a little.
I gotta kill somebody. I ain't killed anybody all day. And it's almost midnight.
Well, all right. If you gotta kill somebody here, go on, kill Big Mouth, will you?
Oh, boy. So long, Big Mouth.
Hold on. All right, boys. Stand back. Get in there.
I'm gonna kill Big Mouth.
Good.
That one did it.
Gee, that was fun.
Psst. Hey, boss. Yeah.
Brass off port bow, closing fast.
That's Captain Shepard from the Fleet Legal Office. Came back sooner than I expected.
All right, boys. Come on, we're on the lam. Let's go. Shake the lead. And don't forget the stiff. I don't want anybody calling the exterminator a little butt. Let's go.
And one word to the fuzz, and you get it. Got it?
I got it.
Binghamton, open up. It's Captain Shepard.
Coming! I'm coming! Help! Captain Shepard, help! Help! Oh, Captain Shepard, I'm so glad to see you, Captain. I'm so glad to see you. Guard, quick in there. It's McHale and his mob. They're getting away. They're gangsters. They're murderers.
Just take it easy, Binghamton.
You don't understand. It's even worse than I suspected. McHale is the head of the syndicate.
The syndicate?
That's right. They broke out of the brig, and they were just here. And Babyface Parker, he tried to kill me. But McHale, the exterminator, he wouldn't let him do it. But he had him kill Pinky Grouper instead.
Yes, of course, Binghamton. I want you to meet Dr. Moran.
Who? I don't need a doctor. I don't want him. I want the FBI. Everybody up. Help. All right, McHale, I know you're out there someplace. Now, wherever you are, you come on with your hands up.
All right, Binghamton. Take it easy.
Take it easy. You don't understand. They broke out of the brig. They probably killed the guards.
Binghamton, the brig is right over there. Why don't we go and take a look? Yeah, that's a good idea. Come on, Binghamton.
Listen, I tell you, they're trying to get away. They're probably stealing an airplane right now. They can get away.
Yeah.
I tried to tell you all this on the telephone. You wouldn't listen.
I'm listening.
Oh, thank heavens you're still all right. McHale and his mob, they broke out, didn't they? Tell them.
No, sir. All's well. Nobody's been in or out all night long.
Why, you're lying. They broke out of the brig. I saw them. Captain Shepard, arrest this man for perjury.
Yes, of course.
Well, he's probably part of the syndicate, Captain. I can always tell with those beady little eyes. The gangsters, I tell you.
Take it easy, Binghamton.
The nerve of you.
Baby, I am so proud of you. Marcus felt a familiar twitch in his eye. Keisha was everywhere. She was the human equivalent of glitter. Once she was in your life, you could never quite get her out. Keisha is here a lot, Todd, the studio lackey, muttered as he walked by. Todd, go get the mail, Marcus snapped. Yeah, go get the mail, Richard added, though he looked distracted by Keisha's sequins. A moment later, Todd returned, holding a single envelope. No mail, but this letter just got dropped off for Marcus. From Sabrina Murphy. The room went silent. Marcus stared at the envelope. as if it contained anthrax. Oh, are you? Oh, hell no. Marcus backed away. I'm paperless. I'm doing the whole green thing. I'm not reading that. No, you should read that, Richard said. Somebody has to help you deal with your midlife crisis. Marcus snatched the letter and began to read aloud, his voice trembling with a mix of fear and impending triumph. Dear Marcus, I am so sorry for all the problems that I caused you. Your wife came to see me this morning at my house, and I told her the truth. I told her that you and I never met, we were never together, and that I don't even have a kid. I was put up to this by someone I am no longer friends with. Marcus looked up, a slow, predatory grin spreading across his face. She knows everything. She knows I was telling the truth. I wonder who that friend could be, Todd mused, looking pointedly at Keisha. Marcus, you got a point, Richard said. But this might be one you just want to let go. I intend to, Marcus said, his eyes gleaming. But after I've made my point, after I've made her suffer just a little bit. Chapter 4. The Prank of the Century. Angela sat in the salon, her head in her hands. The guilt was eating her alive. She had visited Sabrina Murphy, and the woman had been terrifyingly honest. Marcus was innocent. Thus, Cointreau, and she had burned his jewelry. She had turned his Mercedes into a metal skeleton. I'm in deep, Angela moaned. I'm in deep. He was telling the truth, and I burned up his car. This is why you don't fly off the handle until you get all the information, Leslie said, trying to be supportive, but failing to hide the I told you so tone. What have I done to my husband? Angela cried. I have to tell him. No, you don't, Jennifer argued. Don't tell him. You told the man you believe him. Keep it. Don't ask. Don't tell. When Marcus arrived home that evening, he found Angela in a state of hyperservice. She had cooked. She had cleaned. She was wearing something that was definitely not for talking. Hey, babe, Marcus said, playing it cool. Anything exciting happened today? Same old, Angela squeaked. So, what's this? Marcus asked, gesturing to the candles. Baby, I just missed you. I'm so sorry I did not believe you. I'm sorry I burned up your car and your clothes. I promise I will never fly off the handle again. Marcus looked at her, and for a second he felt bad. Then he remembered his favorite silk shirt, now a pile of ash. Honey, I promise I will never fly off the handle again, she pleaded. Trust me, I'm done. Marcus let out a heavy sigh. Well, that makes me feel good, because I got to tell you, I lied. Angela froze. What? I did sleep with her, Marcus said, his voice flat. And that's my baby. The DNA test came back today. I told her to lie to you if you contacted her, but since you didn't contact her, I guess I should just tell you the truth. The silence in the room was deafening. It was the sound of a fuse burning down. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Angela's voice suddenly climbed to a frequency only dogs could hear. Have you lost your damn mind? You did what? I don't care what I just said. You coming up in this house, trying to tell me that you did what? She lunged for him, and Marcus realized too late that he had drastically underestimated the Malcolm X side of his wife. Angela, stop. It's a joke. I got the letter, he screamed, shielding his face. I got the letter from Sabrina. I was playing. Angela stopped, her hand mid-swing. You got a letter? Yes. She told me you came over. You said you trusted me, but you went over there. Angela slumped back against the sofa. I'm sorry, baby. I go crazy. Get off me. Marcus laughed, though he was genuinely worried about his ribs. You gotta forgive me. No, I don't want to hear it, Marcus grumbled, though he was already smiling. Chapter 5. The Peaches Incident. Life in the Williams household never stayed quiet for long. The next morning, Angela was tidying up when she found something in the hallway outside MJ's room. It was a small, hand-rolled cigarette. She didn't just see it. She experienced it as a spiritual crisis. Marcus, she screamed. Marcus, look. Marcus came running, half-shaved. What? Is there a fire? This. I found this in the hallway outside of MJ's room. Marcus looked at the joint. Baby, I know our son, and I know he's not doing drugs. It's 8:45 inches the morning. Angela wailed. He just went to school. I'm going to the school. I'm going to embarrass him at the bus stop. No, 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 Marcus grabbed her. It's a joint, Angela cried. A perfectly rolled joint. I quit drugs so he wouldn't do drugs. Baby, calm down. No, I refused to have a crackhead as a child. Next thing you know, he'll be doing anything for a rock, living on the street corner with no teeth. On heroin, just scratching and scratching. Angela, it's one joint. Weed doesn't make your teeth fall out. It's the gateway drug, Marcus. You don't remember my Uncle Harold? They call him Peaches now. I don't want MJ to be called Peaches. By the time MJ got home from school, Angela was surrounded by a fortress of books she had bought from the library. Is there crack in your family foundation? And when Junior just won't say no. Hey, MJ, Marcus said, trying to be the cool dad. Anything interesting happen at school today? Daddy, I was flying high as a kite. MJ shouted, throwing his bag down. Angela gasped, clutching her chest. He's high. He's about to turn into Peaches. I got an A on my test. MJ clarified, looking at his mother like she had grown a second head. Son, Marcus said, holding up the joint. Do you know what this is? MJ stared at it. That's a joint. What are you doing with that in your hand? Daddy, you smoking weed? MJ, I'm gonna pop you right upside your head, Marcus said. Tell us where it came from. That is not mine, MJ insisted. Go to your room, Angela pointed. Don't come back until you're ready to tell the truth. MJ retreated, muttering about Negro spirituals and calling child welfare services. Later that evening, Miss V, the housekeeper, was quietly doing laundry when MJ cornered her. Miss V, I know what weed smells like, MJ whispered. Minding my business, like you should be, Miss V grumbled. It was yours, wasn't it? Miss V sighed, leaning against the washer. The doctors prescribed it for me, MJ. I have a little cancer. The chemo makes me nauseous, and the marijuana calms my stomach. MJ's eyes went wide. Miss V, you have cancer? I'm fine, boy, but your parents are about to murder you. I'll tell them. Miss V walked into the living room, where Marcus and Angela were still debating the merits of various rehab centers. It's mine, Miss V said simply. Miss V, don't cover for him, Angela said. It's mine, she repeated. I have chemotherapy treatments. I didn't want to make a fuss. The room went silent. The anger evaporated, replaced by a deep, aching sympathy. Miss V, why didn't you tell us? Marcus asked softly. Because I'm not dead yet, and I don't want y'all looking at me like I am. Angela hugged her, crying for a completely different reason now. We love you, Miss V. I love you too, Miss V said. Now, what happened to that joint? My stomach is starting to act up. Chapter 6. The dinner party from hell. Determined to be a good friend, Angela decided that Jennifer was lonely and needed a man. Specifically, a man who wasn't Tommy's dad. A perennial loser who didn't pay child support. We gotta fix her up, Angela told Leslie at the salon. She doesn't like blind dates, Leslie warned. She doesn't know what she wants, Angela countered. We'll ask the guys. Marcus and Joseph must know some single, successful men. The dinner party was set. Marcus and Joseph were tasked with bringing quality candidates. However, the guest list was hijacked by Keisha and Richard, who arrived uninvited with a $1,500 bottle of wine. I picked it out, Keisha bragged. It's a 1,936 something. It's expensive. It's red wine, Keisha. You don't put it on ice, Leslie whispered. The dates arrived shortly after. There was Billy, a policeman, and Scotty, a football coach. Both men looked like they spent 12 hours a day in the gym and the other 12 looking at themselves in the mirror. When Jennifer walked in, wearing a stunning jacket and her signature "Don't mess with me" attitude, the vibe shifted. So, Scotty, Jennifer works with me, Angela said, trying to spark a flame. What do you do? I'm a high school football coach, Scotty said, barely looking at Jennifer. In the kitchen, the men were having a different conversation. I hope you're not trying to hook me up with that sister, Billy whispered to Marcus. It would take both of us to hit that. Right. Scotty laughed. You didn't say nothing about a 2-for-1. If you natako shumanan. Marcus felt his blood boil. Look, Marcus, lighten up, Scotty continued. You told us we're gonna meet some nice chicks. You didn't say nothing about her being, you know. What they didn't realize was that Jennifer was standing right behind the door. She didn't cry. She didn't scream. She simply walked into the kitchen, looking like a queen. So this is how y'all do me? Jennifer said, her voice low and dangerous. Let me tell you fools something. You'd be lucky to have a chick like me. Because I hold my man down. You go to hell with your bitch asses. She turned to Marcus. And Marcus, your friends are trash. She walked out, leaving a trail of stunned silence behind her. Angela ran after her. Jennifer, I'm sorry. I just wanted you to do better than Tommy's dad. Angie, I don't need your help, Jennifer said, her eyes hard. I know he treats me bad, but when it's good, it's good. You cannot protect me from me. Chapter 7. The Nick Maneuver. A few weeks later, a new ghost appeared. Nick. Nick was handsome, stylish, and from Angela's college days. When he showed up at the salon, Jennifer and Leslie practically melted. Nick, you look amazing. Angela squealed, hugging him. Dinner tonight? Nick asked. Just the two of us. Party like we used to. When Angela called Marcus to check in, she used a very specific piece of insurance. Yeah, Nick is in town, she told Marcus over the phone. We're going shopping. You know, gay husband stuff. Oh, Nick is gay? Marcus asked. Totally, Angela lied. Later, at the studio, Marcus was bragging to Richard and Joseph. Yeah, Angela's hanging with Nick. Good old gay Nick. Joseph and Richard exchanged a look. Marcus, Richard said slowly. Nick Boland, the guy from college? Yeah, bro. Nick is not gay. Marcus froze. What? He was a player, Joseph added. He tried to hit everything that moved. Angela told you he was gay, so she could hang out with him without you tripping. Marcus didn't explode. He didn't scream. He simply smiled. A very dark, very calculated smile. Is that so? That night, when Angela and Nick returned to the Williams house, Marcus was waiting. He was exceptionally charming. Nick, good to see you, man. Marcus beamed. Listen, I have a friend I'd like to introduce you to. His name is Frank. Big Frank. Frank? Nick asked, confused. Yeah, he's a security guard at the studio. Huge guy. Turns out, Frank is gay and looking for a friend. He's on his way over. He just had his back and legs waxed. Nick's face went pale. Marcus, man, I'm straight. I'm shocked, Marcus shouted. Angela, are you shocked? I thought he was your gay husband. All right, Angela shouted. He's not gay. I lied. I just wanted to hang out with my friend without you getting jealous. And I just wanted to see how far you'd take the lie. Marcus laughed. Men and women can be friends, Angela. But they can't be friends based on a lie. So, there's no Big Frank? Nick asked hopefully. Oh, Frank is real, Marcus grinned. And he really is on his way. You might want to leave through the back door. Chapter 8. The Proposal and the Man-Law. The final act of chaos involved Richard and Keisha. Richard, in a moment of either true love or temporary insanity, decided to propose. He bought a ring that cost more than a small island. Do you have a prenup? Marcus asked him at the office. A prenup is a setup for failure, Richard said, quoting Keisha. It's a setup for you being broke in 2 years, Marcus muttered. When the proposal happened, it was a whirlwind. Keisha said yes, and they decided to get married immediately at the courthouse. This put pressure on Joseph and Leslie, who had been living in sin for years. Leslie, seeing the ring, started to get ideas. I thought you were going to ask me, Leslie told Joseph later that night. But you always said you didn't want to get married. Joseph cried, confused. We have a good thing. Why ruin it? I just wanted you to think about not being able to live without me. Leslie sniffled. Joseph, desperate to fix the situation, made the fatal mistake, the one error no man should ever commit. Leslie, I am so confused, Joseph said. What is the date? What time of the month is it? The room went silent. The air pressure seemed to drop. Are you kidding me? Leslie whispered. I'm serious. You're always a little more sensitive when it's that time of the month. Stop. Marcus shouted from the doorway, having walked in at the worst possible moment. Joseph, pull up. You're losing altitude. You're crashing. What did I do? Joseph asked, genuinely bewildered. You broke man law number 1, Marcus groaned. You never ever bring up that time of the month. You just nod, agree, and wait for it to pass. You just dug a hole you aren't getting out of. As Leslie stormed out, and Angela followed to comfort her, Marcus sat down next to Joseph. Well, Marcus sighed, looking at his friend. Barry White? Joseph asked hopefully. No, Joe, Marcus sighed. No Barry White tonight. And as the sun set over the suburbs, the Williams household remained exactly as it always was. Loud, complicated, slightly charred, but somehow, against all odds, still standing. Thin walls and thicker skin. A novel of love, chaos, and renovations. Chapter 1. The Gospel of Larry White. MJ sat at the kitchen table, his cereal becoming a soggy casualty of his intense focus. He wasn't focused on his math test or his impending bus ride. He was focused on the ceiling. In the Williams household, the ceiling was less of a structural necessity and more of a broadcast system. See, I didn't want to hear it, MJ muttered to the empty kitchen, but I kinda wanted to hear it. He knew the signs. If the morning started with humming, it meant the night had ended with harmony. He expected his parents to descend the stairs any minute now, glowing like light bulbs, singing the hits of a man MJ mistakenly called Larry White. Who is Larry White? Marcus asked as he walked into the kitchen, his voice a weary baritone that suggested he hadn't slept as much as MJ suspected. You know, Dad. Marcus sighed, a sound that carried the weight of a man who had been married to Angela Williams for a long, long time. It's Barry White, son, and if you keep trying to talk that low, you're gonna need to find a new throat. The domestic peace was a fragile thing. Angela was still upstairs, and in the Williams house, sleeping in was usually a barometer for whether the World War III over Sabrina Murphy had reached a ceasefire. Sabrina Murphy, the woman who claimed Marcus was the father of her child. The woman who had caused Angela to incinerate Marcus's wardrobe and car in a pyre of righteous fury. So, you're made up? MJ asked, his eyebrows wagging. The walls are thin, Dad. When that Teddy Pendergrass starts playing, I know the score. It's Teddy, not Terry, Marcus corrected, though he was clearly losing the battle. And finish your breakfast. You're too grown for your own good. But the smile on Marcus's face faded as Angela finally descended. She wasn't singing, she wasn't glowing. She looked like a woman who had spent the night calculating the trajectory of a frying pan. Chapter 2. Trust, verify, and Vaseline. The reconciliation was a masterpiece of passive aggression. Angela stood in the kitchen, her eyes tracking Marcus like a heat-seeking missile. I've decided to trust you, Marcus, she said, her voice dripping with the kind of sweetness that usually preceded a lawsuit. I believe you didn't sleep with that woman. I'm letting it go. Marcus looked like a man who had just been granted a stay of execution. Thank you, baby. You don't know how long I've been waiting to hear that. He kissed her, promised her the world, and headed to the studio, feeling like a king. But as soon as the door clicked shut, Angela's face shifted. The trust evaporated, replaced by the cold, hard logic of a woman who had a private investigator's soul. Trust, but verify, she whispered to the empty room. She grabbed her phone and called the salon. At Lady Andy's salon, the air was thick with the smell of hairspray and gossip. Jennifer, Angela's best friend, and a woman who viewed discretion as a personal insult was already hyped up. "I knew it," Jennifer shouted, waving a comb. It would take a priest, an exorcist, and a letter from the president for Angela to actually let this go. "Going to the house? Hell yeah, I'm coming. I want to see if this baby looks like Marcus or if this girl is just a straight-up hustler." Leslie, the more grounded realtor of the group, tried to play the voice of reason. "Angela, this is wrong. You told the man you believed him. If you go over there, you're breaking the peace." "I'm not breaking the peace," Angela said, pulling on her leather jacket. "I'm just clarifying the facts. Now, are we going or do I have to do this solo?" They didn't go solo. They went as a localized hurricane. Chapter 3. The Contractor and the Ghost of College Past. While Angela was on her warpath, Marcus was at the Sea Sports Now studio, trying to maintain his professional dignity, while his business partner, Richard, and the eccentric Todd made life difficult. "Richard, man, Keisha is here again?" Marcus asked, nodding toward his ex-wife, who seemed to have moved into the studio's green room. "She's just bringing me lunch, Marcus." "Don't be bitter," Richard said, clearly smitten with a woman Marcus knew to be a professional headache. "It's not bitterness, it's a warning," Marcus muttered. But Marcus had bigger problems. A letter had arrived at the studio. A letter from Sabrina Murphy. He opened it with trembling hands, Todd peering over his shoulder like a vulture. "Dear Marcus, I am so sorry for the problems I caused. Your wife came to see me this morning. I told her the truth. We never met. I don't have a kid. I was put up to this by a friend I'm no longer speaking to." Marcus felt a wave of relief, followed immediately by a wave of irritation. Angela had gone behind his back. Again, she had played the "I trust you" card while having her keys in her hand to go interrogate his alleged mistress. Back at the salon, the drama was shifting from the bedroom to the blueprint. The expansion was underway, and the contractor, Tariq, was a problem. Not because he was bad at his job, but because he was very, very good looking. How does Angela not remember him? Jennifer asked Leslie, watching Tariq hammer a nail with unnecessary muscularity. "That was 14 years ago. A one-night stand in college. You don't forget a man with arms like that." "She was wild back then," Leslie whispered. "She remembers. She's just pretending she doesn't because she's a happily married woman now." Tariq, for his part, was being a perfect professional, even as Angela treated him like a stranger. "The bid was high, but the work will be done right," he told her. "I'll keep it professional, Angela. I promise." "Good," Angela snapped. "Just do the job." But the professional veneer cracked when MJ got sick at school and had to come to the salon. Tariq and MJ ended up in the same room, and the resemblance was unsettling. They both had the same allergy to dust. They both had the same whooping cough as kids. They both had poor circulation in their left legs. Jennifer's eyes went wide. She grabbed a DNA swab from her purse because Jennifer was the kind of person who carried DNA swabs like other people carried breath mints. "Angela," Jennifer whispered, "we got a problem." Chapter 4. The Bitch-Ass Dinner. The tension was reaching a boiling point, so Angela did what she always did when things got complicated. She hosted a dinner party. It was supposed to be a setup for Jennifer, who was currently languishing in a relationship with Tommy's dad, a man who treated her like a backup option. "We're gonna find you a real man," Angela promised. "A man with a job, a man who doesn't live with his mama." Marcus and Joseph were tasked with bringing nice guys. What they brought were bitch-ass dudes. The dinner was a disaster from the first course. Marcus had invited Billy, a cop, and Scotty, a football coach. Within 5 minutes, it was clear they weren't interested in Jennifer's personality. "I hope you're not trying to hook me up with that sister," Scotty whispered to Marcus in the kitchen. "It would take both of us to hit that." They didn't realize Jennifer was standing right behind them, and Jennifer didn't do quiet hurt. "Let me tell you fools something," Jennifer roared. "The mac and cheese forgotten on the table. You'd be lucky to have a chick like me. I hold my man down. You bitch-ass dudes can go to hell." She stormed out, grabbing a to-go plate on the way. The dinner party collapsed into a heap of awkwardness, made worse by the presence of Keisha and Richard, who were flaunting their relationship like a trophy. "This is a mess," Marcus groaned, putting his head in his hands. "It's not a mess," Angela said, her eyes flashing. "It's a revelation." Chapter 5. Peaches and the Negro Spirituals. The next morning, the Williams household was hit by a different kind of scandal. Angela found a joint in the hallway outside MJ's room. To a normal mother, this was a "we need to talk" moment. "I refused to have a crackhead as a child," Angela screamed, pacing the living room. "He's gonna lose all his teeth. He's gonna be living on the street corner, scratching and scratching." "It's a joint, Angela, not a rock," Marcus said, trying to be the voice of reason. "It's the gateway drug, Marcus." Next thing you know, he's Uncle Harold. They call him Peaches now. I don't want my baby to be called Peaches. She cornered MJ as soon as he got home. "I was flying high as a kite today, Daddy," MJ joked, not realizing the storm he was walking into. "Got an A on my test." "You're high?" Angela shrieked. "You're bawling? You're Mary Janing?" "It's not mine," MJ pleaded. "I don't smoke. You don't smoke." The intervention was interrupted by Miss V, the housekeeper who worked like a mule and had no time for Angela's theatrics. She walked in, smelled the air, and sighed. "The doctor prescribed it for me," Miss V said, her voice steady. The room went silent. "I have a little cancer," Miss V continued. "The chemo makes me nauseous. The marijuana calms my stomach. I didn't want to tell y'all because I didn't want a fuss." The Peaches' panic evaporated, replaced by a wave of guilt that hit Angela like a freight train. She hugged Miss V, crying, promising to take care of her. "I'm sorry, MJ," Angela sobbed. "I thought you were turning into a toothless street scratcher." "It's okay, Mom," MJ said, looking at Marcus. "But I really don't want to be called Peaches." Chapter 6. The Gay Best Friend. Gambit. Just as one fire was put out, another started. Nick, Angela's best friend from college, arrived in town. Nick was tall, handsome, and possessed a smile that made Marcus's teeth ache. "Marcus, don't worry," Angela had told him for years. "Nick is gay. He's like my brother." Marcus had accepted this. He had let Angela go out to late-night dinners with Nick, stay out dancing, and spend hours on the phone. But Richard and Joseph knew better. "Nick isn't gay, Marcus," Richard said, sipping a beer at the studio. "He was the biggest player in college. He tried to hit everything that moved." Marcus's world tilted. "Wait, you're saying she's been running around on me?" "No, I think she just liked his company and knew you wouldn't let her hang out with a straight guy. So she lied." For 15 years, Marcus decided that the voice of reason was taking a vacation. It was time for revenge. He invited Nick over for a nightcap and told him he had a friend he wanted him to meet. A friend named Big Frank. Frank is the security guard at the studio, Marcus told a very confused Nick. "He's gay, he's huge, and he's looking for a cuddle buddy. He just got out of prison for attempted murder on his last lover, but don't worry, I think you'll really like him." Nick's face went from charming to terrified in 3 seconds. "Marcus, man, I'm straight. I'm not gay." Angela stood in the doorway, her secret blown. "Okay, fine. He's not gay. But men and women can be friends, Marcus. We've been proving it for years." "He wanted you, Angela," Marcus said. "Okay, since we're being honest," Nick admitted. "When we first started going out in the beginning, I did want her. But now, we're just friends." Marcus looked at Angela. Angela looked at Marcus. The walls were thin, but the lies were thicker. So Malatu. Chapter 7. The Proposal and the Time of the Month. The final act of the chaos centered on Richard and Keisha. Richard, in a move that Marcus considered a betrayal of the bros before ex-wives code, decided to propose. He bought a $57,000 ring. He planned a romantic dinner. He even asked Joseph for advice. "A prenup is a setup for failure," Richard declared, ignoring Marcus's frantic warnings. But Keisha, ever the strategist, didn't want a long engagement. She wanted a judge. "Right now, I want $5,000 and 22 Clydesdales, Keisha told Marcus and Angela. But I also want to be married today. Let's go. While Richard and Keisha were rushing to the courthouse, Joseph and Leslie were having a very different conversation. Leslie had seen the ring in Joseph's bag and assumed it was for her. When she found out it was for Richard, she went into a tailspin. So you don't want to marry me? Leslie asked, her voice rising to a pitch that threatened the salon's windows. Leslie, we talked about this. You said you didn't want to be tied down. Joseph shouted. That was before I saw a $57,000 diamond. Joseph, exhausted and confused, made the ultimate mistake. The mistake that no man, in the history of mankind, has ever survived. Is it that time of the month? Joseph asked. You know you're always a little more sensitive when it's that time. The silence that followed was louder than any of Angela's screams. Marcus, standing nearby, whispered, Mayday! Mayday! You're crashing and burning, Joe. You did not just say that. Leslie whispered, her eyes turning into cold flint. I'm just saying, it's like a biological alert. Joseph continued, digging his own grave with a professional-grade shovel. Man, law number 1, Joseph, Marcus sighed. You never, ever speak on the time. You just nod, agree, and wait for it to pass. Epilogue. The cycle of the Williams. As the sun set on another week of Williams family chaos, Marcus and Angela sat on their porch. The salon expansion was almost done. Miss V was feeling better. MJ was definitely not Peaches, and Joseph was currently sleeping on a couch that was always available. You know, Marcus. We're a whole lot, Marcus agreed. But the walls are thin, she smiled. So at least we always know what's going on. I think I'd prefer thicker walls and a little more mystery. Marcus laughed. From inside the house, they heard the muffled sound of a deep, soulful voice. I love you, baby. I love you, baby, baby. Is that Barry White? Marcus asked. No. MJ's voice drifted through the floorboards. It's Larry, and he says y'all need to stop talking and come inside. Miss V made gumbo. Marcus and Angela looked at each other, shared a laugh that carried the weight of 14 years of drama, and walked inside. In the Williams house, the comedy was never over. It was just waiting for the next scene. For better or worse, the Chronicles of Chaos. Chapter 1. The Barry White Incident. The walls of the Williams household were not just thin, they were practically suggestions. Marcus Williams, a man who prided himself on his baritone voice and his athletic legacy, sat at the breakfast table, nursing a cup of coffee that wasn't nearly strong enough for the conversation he was about to have. His son, MJ, was staring at him with a look that was 1 part judgment and 2 parts amusement. See, I didn't want to hear it, MJ began, his voice dripping with teenage sarcasm. But I kinda wanted to hear it. You know what I'm saying, Dad. You know what I'm saying. Marcus sighed, a sound that rumbled in his chest. You shouldn't have been listening, son. Privacy is a thing. Look it up. I was trying not to, MJ protested, waving a piece of bacon for emphasis. But I know if I hear it, you guys are gonna come down, smiling and happy, singing Larry White songs. Marcus paused, his coffee cup halfway to his mouth. Who is Larry White? MJ rolled his eyes. You know, the old fat dude with the real deep voice. I love you, baby. I love you, baby, baby. It's Barry White, MJ. Barry. And he was a legend. Not just some fat dude. He said, whatever, MJ shrugged. All I know is, y'all better not be planning on getting another kid if you're gonna keep talking that low. It's disturbing. The morning tension was broken by the sound of heels clicking on the hardwood stairs. Angela Williams descended like a queen who had just survived a war, or perhaps started one. Her face was a mask of calculated neutrality. How was your night, Mom? MJ asked, his eyes darting between his parents. Fine, Angela said, her tone clipped. She didn't look at Marcus. Slept late, MJ noted. That's usually a good sign. It means at least y'all are sleeping in the same room. Did you make up? Marcus looked at his wife, hoping for a sign of a truce. The previous 48 hours had been a hurricane of accusations. "Well, son," Marcus said, his voice dropping. "Look, that's a no. So you didn't do it?" MJ asked. "Do what?" Marcus snapped. "The hing. MJ mimicked a ridiculous giggle. "You know, the Teddy Pendergrass music starts playing, and then you come downstairs all giggling, and Mama comes right behind you, and together, y'all are just a hing. The bus is here," Marcus said, pointing towards the door with more force than necessary. "Go. Get an A. Stop listening to the walls." As MJ scrambled out the door, Marcus turned to Angela. The silence in the kitchen was heavy enough to sink a ship. "Angela, I've been thinking all night. That explains the smoke coming out of your ears," she interrupted. She took a deep breath, her shoulders dropping an inch. "I've decided to trust you, Marcus. I believe you didn't sleep with that woman." Marcus felt a weight lift off his soul. "Baby, you serious? Do you know how long I've been waiting to hear that?" "Thank you. I'm letting it go," she said, though her eyes still held a flicker of the crazy he had grown to love and fear. "If I didn't have to go to work," Marcus grinned, "I'd go up those stairs and soundproof that room right now." Angela smiled, a real one this time. "Go to work, Marcus. I'll see you tonight." Chapter 2. Ashes, Lies, and Architecture. While Marcus headed to the sports studio, Angela headed to her true sanctuary, her salon. The expansion was in full swing. Dust was everywhere. The sound of hammers was constant, and the air was thick with the scent of hairspray and sawdust. Her friends, Leslie and Jennifer, were already there, supervising the chaos. Leslie was the voice of reason, mostly, and Jennifer was the voice of, well, Jennifer. "So, the bid was a little high," Leslie said, looking at a tall, rugged man in a tool belt. "But Tariq here says he can do it right." Angela froze. She looked at the contractor. "Angela, this is Tariq," Leslie introduced. Tariq smiled, showing a row of perfect white teeth. Angela's eyes widened for a split second before she snapped them back into a professional glare. "I don't remember you." "Leslie, is he gonna be here every day?" "I'm a happily married woman," Angela whispered to herself as Tariq walked away to talk to his crew. "He remembers," Jennifer whispered, leaning in. "Girl, how do you not remember a man who looks like that?" "He's fine. He's the kind of man you make a fool of yourself for." Deva. "I was in college," Angela hissed. "It was a one-night stand." "People forget. You don't forget that," Jennifer countered. "And let's be real, MJ looks a lot like him. You seen his jawline?" Angela's heart skipped a beat. A cold sweat broke out on the back of her neck. "Jennifer, shut up." But the seed was planted, and in the fertile soil of Angela's mind, seeds of doubt grew into giant, vine-choked beanstalks in a matter of seconds. While Angela was spiraling into a DNA-related existential crisis, Marcus was at the studio dealing with his own drama. His business partner, Richard, was currently dating Marcus's ex, Keisha. It was a situation that would make a soap opera writer say, "That's a bit much, Marcus." "Look," Richard said, sliding a letter across the desk. "Todd dropped this off." "It's from Sabrina Murphy." Marcus hesitated. Sabrina Murphy was the woman who had claimed she had a child with him, the woman who had almost cost him his marriage. He opened the letter. "Dear Marcus, I am so sorry for the problems I caused. Your wife came to see me this morning. I told her the truth. We never met. I don't even have a kid. I was put up to this by a former friend." Marcus felt a surge of triumph, followed immediately by a surge of dread. "She went to her house," he whispered. "Angela told me she trusted me, but she went to that woman's house." "She's your wife, Marcus," Richard said, shrugging. Chapter 3. The Peaches Intervention. The next few days were a blur of construction and suppressed secrets. Angela was obsessed with Tariq. Not in a romantic way, but in a does he have the same earlobes as my son way. She had managed to steal a DNA swab kit from Jennifer's purse. Jennifer apparently carried them around for just in case child support moments, and was waiting for the perfect opportunity to use it on Tariq. However, a bigger crisis hit the Williams household first. It started with a smell. A pungent, herbal smell coming from the hallway. "Marcus!" Angela screamed, holding a small, hand-rolled cigarette between two fingers like it was a live grenade. "I found this in the hallway, outside MJ's room." Marcus stared at it. "Is that?" "It's a joint, Marcus. Our son is a drug addict. He's gonna be a crackhead. He's gonna have no teeth." "Angela, it's one joint. It's not crack. Calm down." "Calm down? Do you remember my Uncle Harold?" The door opened, and MJ walked in, looking tired from basketball practice. "Hey, what's cracking?" "What's cracking?" Angela lunged at him. "You're cracking. You're high right now, aren't you? Look at your eyes. You're about to turn into peaches." "Mom, what are you talking about?" MJ backed away. "This." She shoved the joint in his face. "We found it in the hall." "That's not mine," MJ shouted. "I swear, one thing I will not tolerate in this house is lying," Marcus yelled, finally losing his cool. "Go to your room. Don't come out until you're ready to tell the truth." MJ retreated, muttering about Negro spirituals and child welfare services. 10 minutes later, Miss V, the family's longtime housekeeper and surrogate grandmother, walked in. She looked a bit pale, her movements slower than usual. "Miss V." "Thank God you're here," Angela said, still vibrating with rage. "MJ is doing drugs." Miss V looked at the joint on the table. She looked at Marcus and Angela. She sighed, a long, weary sound. "It's mine," Miss V said quietly. The room went silent. You could have heard a pin drop on a velvet rug. "What?" Angela gasped. "The doctor prescribed it for me," Miss V said. "I've been taking chemotherapy. I have a little cancer, and the marijuana calms my stomach." The rage in Angela evaporated, replaced by a wave of crushing guilt. "Miss V. Oh, Miss V. Why didn't you tell us?" "I didn't want a fuss," the old woman said, pulling her sweater tighter. "I'm fine. The doctor says 3 more treatments, and I'll be clear. But please, don't let MJ take the fall." For an old woman's medicine, Marcus walked over and hugged her. "We love you, Miss V. We're here for you." Angela, meanwhile, was already sprinting toward the stairs. "MJ, Mommy's sorry. You're not Peaches. I love you, baby." Chapter 4. The Gay Best Friend Gambit. With the drug crisis averted and Miss V's health becoming the new priority, life returned to a different kind of abnormal. Angela's old college friend, Nick, arrived in town. Nick was tall, handsome, and charismatic. He was also, according to Angela's story, to Marcus for the last 15 years. Very, very gay. "Oh, Marcus, you remember Nick," Angela said as they sat in the living room. Nick was currently wearing a silk shirt that probably cost more than Marcus's first car. "He's my gay husband," Marcus smiled tightly. He had spent the afternoon talking to Richard and Joseph, who had informed him, with much laughter, that Nick Boland was the biggest player in their college's history. "So, Nick," Marcus said, leaning back, "how's the dating life? Found a lucky man yet?" Nick glanced at Angela, who was giving him a frantic play-along look. No, not yet. I'm just waiting for the right one." "Well, it just so happens," Marcus said, a mischievous glint in his eye, "that I have a friend I'd like to introduce you to. His name is Frank." "Big Frank." "Big Frank?" Nick asked, his voice going up an octave. "Yeah. He's a security guard at the studio. 6'8", 300 pounds. He just got out of prison for attempted murder. His last lover, actually, but he's a real cuddler. He's on his way over right or Alpha." Nick's face turned the color of a ripe tomato. "You know what? I just remembered. I have a thing, a gay thing, in another city." "No, stay," Marcus insisted. "Frank loves to spoon. He's already had his back and legs waxed for the date." Angela couldn't take it anymore. "Okay, fine. He's not gay. He's straight. I lied, so I could hang out with him without you getting all silverback on me. Marcus burst out laughing. I know, baby. I've known since 3 o'clock. Richard told me everything. Nick stood up, looking relieved. Look, Marcus, no hard feelings. I did want her back in college, but she only had eyes for the big football star. We really are just friends. I know, Marcus said, shaking Nick's hand. But if you ever do decide to switch teams, Big Frank is still available. Chapter 5, Proposals and Periods. The grand finale of the week took place at the salon's soft opening. Everyone was there. Richard and Keisha had just eloped in a fit of impulsive passion, and Richard was showing off the $57,000 ring he'd bought for her. Joseph, seeing the romance in the air, decided it was time to step up his game with Leslie. They had been living in sin, according to Miss V, for years. Leslie, Joseph said, pulling her aside. He looked nervous. He reached into his pocket and pulled out a velvet box. Leslie's eyes went wide. Joseph, what is that? It's... Well, I saw how happy Richard and Keisha are, and I thought... You thought what? Leslie asked, her voice dangerously low. You thought you'd just follow the trend? You think I'm a trend? No. I want us to be official. We've talked about this, Joseph. I like our freedom. Why do you want to ruin a good thing with papers and lawyers? I just thought you were sensitive, because... You know? Joseph stammered, committing the ultimate sin of man-law. Is it that time of the month? You're always a little more extra when it's that time. The salon went dead silent. Even the construction workers stopped hammering. Leslie stared at him. Did you just mention my cycle? In public? To justify your midlife crisis proposal? I was just... Looking for an alert! Joseph shouted, backing away. It's man-law. We have to track the alerts. Mayday, mayday. Marcus shouted from the sidelines. Losing altitude. You're crashing, Joseph. Pull up. I'm going to the other room, Leslie said, her voice trembling with rage. And don't you dare come near me until next month. As Leslie stormed off, Angela walked over to Marcus. She looked at her husband, the man who had survived her, burning his car, her accusing him of cheating, and her lying about her gay best friend. We're a mess, aren't we? She asked. Marcus pulled her close, smelling the familiar scent of her hair. In the background, MJ was singing again. I love you, baby. I love you, baby, baby. Shut up, MJ. Marcus and Angela yelled in unison, and for the first time all week, everything felt exactly right. Epilogue. The truth about Tariq. A week later, the DNA results came back. Angela sat in her office, staring at the envelope. She had finally managed to swab Tariq after Jennifer distracted him with a conversation about roof leaks. She opened it. Results. 0% probability of paternity. She let out a breath she felt she'd been holding for 14 years. Tariq wasn't the father. MJ was 100% a Williams. She walked out to the construction area. Tariq was packing up his tools. Hey, boss lady, Tariq said. We're all done. What do you think? It looks great, Tariq. Really? She paused. I have to ask. Why did you tell me you remembered me? Tariq laughed. Honestly? I didn't. I just say that to all the pretty women I meet. It's a great icebreaker. Angela stared at him. You've got to be kidding me. But also, Tariq added, I can't even have kids. Unfortunate accident in preschool. Ran with a pencil in my pocket. Very tragic. Angela began to laugh. She laughed until tears ran down her face. What's so funny? Tariq asked. Life. Tariq. Angela gasped, wiping her eyes. Life is a straight-up comedy. Now get your tools and get out of my salon. I've got a husband to go home to. As she walked toward her car, the new one Marcus had bought to replace the one she'd torched, she felt lighter than air. She had her salon. She had her crazy friends. And she had a man who would survive anything she threw at him. For better or for worse. Mostly for worse, but that's what made it fun. For better, for worse, and for the love of God. A novel of love, lies, and low-bearing walls. Chapter 1. The Gospel according to Barry White. The walls of the Williams household were not just thin, they were practically suggestions. To 13-year-old MJ, they were a high-fidelity sound system that he never asked to subscribe to. On this particular Tuesday morning, MJ sat at the kitchen island, methodically drowning his cereal in milk, his ears twitching like a radar dish. Upstairs, a certain rumble was vibrating through the floorboards. The unmistakable, velvet-wrapped bass of a man who sounded like he ate gravel and honey for breakfast. "Who is Larry White?" MJ asked as his father, Marcus, sauntered into the kitchen. Looking entirely too pleased with himself, Marcus paused, a smirk tugging at his lips. "You mean Barry White, son? And why are you asking about the legend? Palas, CA, because," MJ said, pointing a soggy spoon toward the ceiling, "when the real deep voice starts going, 'I love you, baby, baby,' I know you and Mom are either about to have a new kid or I'm about to hear something I can't unhear. I was trying not to listen, but when you guys come down smiling and singing, I know what's up." Marcus cleared his throat, suddenly very interested in the toaster. "Finish your breakfast, MJ. Your mother is sleeping in. It's a good sign. Sleeping in? Or finally, making up after you supposedly didn't sleep with that woman." Marcus winced. The Sabrina Murphy situation was the dark cloud hanging over their mahogany-filled home. A woman had claimed Marcus was her baby's father, leading to a spectacular display of Angela-style justice involving a lighter and Marcus's luxury car. "Look, MJ," Marcus started, trying to reclaim his dignity. "Your mother and I are working through things. It's professional, it's mature. Sure, Dad. But tell Mom those walls are paper. When Teddy Pendergrass starts playing, I'm putting on my noise-canceling headphones. The bus is here. Good luck with the mature talking." As MJ bolted out the door, Angela descended the stairs. She didn't look like a woman who had spent the night in a Cold War. She looked radiant, though her eyes still held that sharp, investigative glint that could make a seasoned detective confess to a crime they didn't commit. "Morning, babe," Marcus said, his voice dropping into that smooth anchorman register. "Marcus," she said, leaning against the counter, "I've been thinking all night long." "That explains the smoke I smelled earlier," Marcus teased. Angela didn't laugh. "I've decided to trust you. I believe you. I'm letting the Sabrina Murphy thing go. I'm choosing my marriage." Marcus felt a weight lift off his chest so fast he almost floated. "Angela, thank you. You have no idea how long I've waited to hear that. If I didn't have to go to the studio, I'd go upstairs and soundproof that room right now. 3 times, Marcus," she whispered with a smirk. "That's how we made MJ." But as Marcus left, whistling a tune, Angela's smile faded into a look of grim determination. She pulled out her phone and dialed her best friend, Jennifer. "I need that address," Angela said, her voice dropping an octave. "Sabrina Murphy. Trust is a beautiful thing, Jennifer, but verify is a requirement." Chapter 2. The Contractor and the College Freak. The Lady Andy salon was a hurricane of hairspray, gossip, and the rhythmic clicking of shears. Angela presided over it like a queen. But today, her crown felt a bit heavy. "I'm telling you, Angela, it's too quick," Jennifer said, vigorously swabbing a client's neck. "You let Marcus off the hook faster than a fish in a catch-and-release pond. It takes a priest, an exorcist, and a letter from the president for you to let things go." "I haven't let it go," Angela hissed, leaning over the reception desk. "I have the address. I'm going to her house today. I need to see this baby with my own eyes." "I'm coming with you," Jennifer declared. "I'll bring the Vaseline just in case it turns into a Malcolm X by any means necessary type of afternoon." Before they could plan their tactical assault, the bell rang. In walked Leslie, Angela's sophisticated friend, followed by a man who looked like he had been sculpted out of granite and dipped in chocolate. Angela froze. Her heart did a weird little tap dance. "Angela," Leslie said, oblivious, "this is Tariq. He's the contractor for the salon expansion. He's the best in the city." Tariq smiled, and Angela felt 14 years of repressed memories hit her like a freight train. College, a wild weekend, a one-night stand that involved a lot of tequila, and a very specific set of skills she hadn't thought about since the Clinton administration. "Nice to meet you, Angela," Tariq said, his voice smooth and professional. "I've heard great things about your business." Angela stared at him. Does he remember? Does he know? Right. The expansion. Angela stammered. "Keep it professional, Tariq. Do the job, get paid, and don't mention any low-bearing walls." "I would never forget you, Daddy," Jennifer whispered in the background, earning a sharp elbow from Angela. As Tariq moved to the back to inspect the walls, Jennifer pulled Angela aside. "He is fine. And wait, did you see his mom's picture on his phone? Angela, he has the same eyes as MJ, and the same chin, and that same weird circulation problem MJ complains about." Angela felt the room spin. "Jennifer, don't you dare. MJ is Marcus's son. Izzy, you were wild in college, NG. You were a freak, by your own admission. And Tariq was there. At the same time, doing the same freaky things." Angela looked at the DNA swabs Jennifer conveniently pulled out of her purse. "Where did you even get those?" "I keep 'em for child support emergencies," Jennifer shrugged. "Look, we're already going to Sabrina's house to check Marcus's DNA. Why not grab a little swab of Tariq while we're at it? You know, just for the peace of mind." Chapter 3. The Peaches Protocol. While Angela was spiraling into a paternity crisis, Marcus was having a crisis of his own at the sports studio. "I'm telling you, Marcus, Keisha is here too much," Joseph said, gesturing toward the break room where Marcus's ex-girlfriend was currently redecorating with red fabric swatches. "She's Richard's girlfriend now, Joe," Marcus sighed. "What am I supposed to do? Tell my business partner his woman can't bring him lunch?" "She's not just bringing lunch, Todd," the studio assistant chimed in. "She's marking territory. She's Secret Service, by the bathroom door. It's weird, man." Marcus tried to ignore them, but a letter had arrived. A letter from Sabrina Murphy. "Dear Marcus, I am so sorry. Your wife came to see me. I told her the truth. We never met. I was put up to this by a friend I'm no longer close with." Marcus read the letter 3 times. Relief washed over him, followed by a cold realization. Angela went to her house. She said she trusted me, and then she went behind my back to verify. "That's woman law, Marcus," Richard said, walking in. "They say I trust you, but what they mean is I haven't found the body yet." Marcus headed home, determined to make a point. He found Angela in the kitchen, looking guilty and overly affectionate. She had made a romantic dinner. She was crying, apologizing for burning his car and his clothes now that she knew Sabrina was a liar. "Baby, it's okay," Marcus said, his voice dripping with mock sadness. "I'm glad you know." "Because I lied too." Angela stopped crying. Her face went from sorrowful to serial killer in 0.4 seconds. "What?" "Yeah," Marcus said, leaning against the island. "I actually did sleep with her. And the DNA test came back today. It's my baby. I told her to lie to you, but I just couldn't live with the guilt. We need to figure out how to work this out. Have you lost your damn mind?" Angela screamed, reaching for a heavy frying pan. "You come into my house and tell me that? I don't care what I just said about flying off the handle. I'll fly off the handle, the roof, and the neighbor's porch." "Gotcha," Marcus yelled, dodging a flying spatula. "I got a letter from Sabrina today, Angela. I knew you went there. You didn't trust me." Angela froze, the pan halfway to Marcus's skull. "Oh, right. Well, I had to check, Marcus. You know I go crazy. Get off me, Angela." Marcus laughed as she tried to cuddle her way out of the lie. "You're lucky, I love you." But their laughter was interrupted by a different kind of smell coming from the hallway. Not Barry White, not fried chicken. It was the unmistakable, pungent scent of high-grade marijuana. Chapter 4. The Crackhead in the casket. Angela's transition from loving wife to narcotics task force was instantaneous. She found a perfectly rolled joint sitting on the floor right outside MJ's bedroom. "Marcus, look at this. Our son is a crackhead." "It's a joint, Angela, not a crack pipe," Marcus said, trying to be the voice of reason. "It's a gateway drug," Angela wailed, pacing the living room. Next thing you know, his teeth are falling out. He's scratching his neck on a street corner, and they're calling him Peaches. Just like my Uncle Harold. "I refuse to have a child named Peaches." "Angela, calm down. MJ is a good kid. There's a logical explanation." "Logical?" "He's probably in there right now, high as a kite, listening to jazz and planning a heist. I'm going to the library. I'm getting every book on how to save your child from the abyss." Angela spent the afternoon drowning in literature with titles like Junior Won't Say No and Is There Crack in Your Foundation. When MJ finally came home from school, he walked into an intervention that looked more like a scene from a low-budget horror movie. "Mama, why are you wearing a gas mask?" MJ asked, dropping his backpack. "Don't mama me, Peaches," Angela cried. "We found your weed. We know you're flying high. You got an A on your chest? No, you got a J in your pocket." "That's not mine," MJ protested, looking at Marcus for help. "Dad, tell her. I don't even know how to roll a joint that well. Look at that tuck, that's professional work. I've been doing this since the 70s work. Don't you critique the craftsmanship of your drugs in this house," Angela screamed. "Go to your room. You're on punishment until the year 2045. As MJ stomped upstairs, Miss V, the longtime housekeeper, shuffled into the kitchen. She looked tired, her movements slower than usual. "Miss V, you won't believe it," Angela sobbed. "MJ is on the devil's lettuce." Miss V looked at the joint on the counter. The room went silent. You could have heard a pin drop on a pile of velvet. "Miss V?" Marcus asked gently. "You're smoking?" "I have cancer," she said, her voice cracking for the first time in 20 years. "The chemotherapy. It makes me so nauseous. I can't stand the sight of food. The doctor, he prescribed it. It calms my stomach. I'm sorry I left it in the hall. I didn't want you all to make a fuss. I'm not dead yet." The fire in Angela vanished, replaced by a wave of pure, heartbreaking guilt. She wrapped her arms around the older woman. "Oh, Miss V, we're so sorry. Why didn't you tell us?" "Because I didn't want to be a burden," Miss V said, patting Angela's hand. "And I certainly didn't want to be called Peaches." Chapter 5. The Matchmaking Massacre. A few weeks later, the salon was buzzing again. Angela was determined to fix Jennifer's life. Jennifer had been seeing her ex, a man who treated her like a second-tier option. And Angela wasn't having it. "We're throwing a dinner party," Angela announced. "Marcus and Joseph are bringing their single, successful friends. We're going to find you a man who doesn't make you cry over your red beans and rice." "I don't like blind dates," Jennifer grumbled. "And I don't like people fixing me. I'm a whole lot of woman, Angie. Most men can't handle the cargo." "Nonsense. Every pot has a lid," Angela insisted. The night of the dinner party was a logistical nightmare. Keisha and Richard showed up uninvited, bringing a $1,500 bottle of wine that Keisha insisted on guarding. "Is that a bag under her eyes?" Keisha whispered to Richard, gesturing at Angela. "She's spending all of Marcus's money on this expansion, and she looks exhausted." The suitors arrived shortly after. There was Billy, a police officer who looked like he could bench press a mid-sized sedan, and Scotty, a high school football coach. Jennifer walked in looking like $1,000,000, but the air in the room shifted instantly. "Angela," Scotty whispered, pulling Marcus aside in the kitchen. "I hope you're not trying to hook me up with that. It would take both of us to hit that." Marcus bristled. "Hey, man, that's my wife's best friend. Watch your mouth." But the damage was done. Jennifer had overheard. She walked into the kitchen, her eyes blazing. "Let me tell you, bitch-ass fool, something," Jennifer shouted, her voice shaking the $1,500 wine bottle. You'd be lucky to have a woman like me. I hold my man down. I'm the price. You go to hell with your gym memberships and your protein shakes. I'm taking a to-go plate, and I'm out. As Jennifer slammed the door, Angela turned on the men. Out! All of you, except you, Marcus. You live here. Chapter 6. The proposal and the period problem. The tension in the group reached a breaking point during a final meeting at the sports studio. Richard, feeling the pressure of Keisha's constant presence, decided to make things official. I'm upgrading the ring, Richard told the guys. I'm asking Keisha to marry me tonight, Marcus groaned. Richard, man, are you sure? You've been divorced. You know how this goes. At least get a prenup. A prenup is a setup for failure, Richard said, echoing Keisha's favorite line. Meanwhile, Joseph and Leslie were caught in a strange limbo. Joseph had the ring, but every time he tried to propose, Leslie started talking about how much she loved her freedom. What we have works, Joseph, Leslie said as they sat in Marcus's living room. Why ruin it with papers and grandmothers talking about living in sin? Because I love you, Joseph yelled. And because I'm tired of being the maybe guy. The night ended in a chaotic double-date dinner. Richard proposed to Keisha in a flurry of Clydesdale-themed fantasies, and she said yes, flashing a ring that cost more than a small house. Joseph, feeling the heat, turned to Leslie. I don't know, Joseph, Leslie said, her voice rising. Is it the date? Joseph asked, exasperated. Wait, what's the date? Is it that time of the month? You're always a little more sensitive when it's your period. The silence that followed was more dangerous than the peaches joint. Angela and Marcus stared at Joseph with pure horror. Man, law number 1, Joseph, Marcus whispered. You never, ever bring up the cycle. You just dug a hole, baby, Angela added, shaking her head. And you're never getting out. As Leslie stormed out and Keisha started planning a wedding with 5,000 doves, Marcus looked at Angela. They were a mess. Their friends were a mess. Their son thought they were crazy. But as Marcus pulled her close, he realized something. You know, he whispered into her hair. At least our walls are thin enough to hear the love. Shut up, Marcus, Angela laughed. And go turn on the Barry White. The end. For better, for worse, and for the love of Barry White. A novel of love, lies, and high-definition drama. Chapter 1. The Morning Symphony. The sun rose over the Williams household not with the gentle chirping of birds, but with the heavy, rhythmic vibrations of classic R&B. It was the kind of bass that didn't just hit your ears. It rattled the silverware in the kitchen and set the dust motes dancing in the hallway. Downstairs, MJ sat at the kitchen island, staring despondently at a bowl of soggy cereal. He was 13. An age where parents are supposed to be embarrassing. But Marcus and Angela Williams were taking it to an Olympic level. See, I didn't want to hear it, MJ muttered to the empty kitchen, but I kinda wanted to hear it. But mostly, I shouldn't have been listening. The music upstairs hit a crescendo. MJ sighed. He knew the pattern. In approximately 10 minutes, his parents would descend those stairs. They wouldn't be arguing about the mortgage or his grades. No, they would be singing Larry White songs. Who is Larry White? A voice asked from the doorway. It was Miss V, the family's sharp-tongued housekeeper, matriarch at large. MJ looked at her like she just asked, who invented the wheel? You know, the old fat dude with the real deep voice. I love you, baby. I love you, baby, baby. That guy. Miss V squinted. You mean Barry White, boy. And if your father is trying to talk that low, this early in the morning, he's gonna burst a spleen. Finish your breakfast. The music stopped abruptly. A heavy silence followed, punctuated only by the creak of floorboards. MJ froze, spoon halfway to his mouth. Uh-oh. He ain't smiling. I know what that means. Marcus Williams entered the kitchen, looking like a man who had fought a war and won, but at a great physical cost. He was followed shortly by Angela, who looked radiant, perhaps a bit too radiant for a Tuesday morning. How was your night, Dad? MJ asked, his voice dripping with teenage judgment. Good, Marcus said shortly, avoiding eye contact. You ready for your big test? Yeah, sure. Where's Mum? She's coming down, Marcus said, grabbing a cup of coffee. She slept late. MJ smirked. Slept late. That's a good sign. It means you all finally made up. Marcus nearly choked on his caffeine. Son, look. Don't worry about the state of our union. Just worry about the state of your GPA. I'm just saying, Dad, MJ continued, relentless. These walls are thin. I told you, when that Teddy Pendergrass starts playing, it's Teddy Pendergrass, Marcus corrected, his patience fraying. Him too. But see, then you come downstairs just giggling, and Mama comes right behind you. And together, you all just a hing hing hing. MJ mimicked a high-pitched giggle that made Marcus's eye twitch. The sound of the school bus horn saved Marcus from having to explain the birds and the bees for the 14th time. As MJ scrambled out the door, Marcus turned to his wife. He hears everything, Angela. Everything. Angela just smiled, a predatory gleam in her eye. Then maybe we should give him a concert tonight, too. Chapter 2. The Trust Fall with a Parachute. The reconciliation was fragile. A few days prior, the Williams marriage had been a war zone. A woman named Sabrina Murphy had claimed Marcus was the father of her child. In a fit of justified rage, Angela had transformed Marcus's luxury car into a charcoal briquette and turned his designer suits into expensive confetti. Now, standing in the kitchen, Angela looked Marcus in the eye. Marcus, I've been doing a lot of thinking all night long. That explains all that smoke coming out of your ears, Marcus quipped. I've decided to trust you, she said, her voice dropping to a serious register. I believe you didn't sleep with that woman, and I'm gonna let it go. Marcus felt a weight lift off his chest that was heavier than his gym PR. Baby, you serious? Thank you. You don't know how long I've been waiting to hear that. He moved in for a hug, but Angela held up a finger. However, trust, but verify. Marcus froze. Verify what? You just said you trust me. I do. But I also need Sabrina Murphy's address, she said sweetly. While Marcus was dealing with the paradox of trusting verification, the scene shifted to Andy's salon, the epicenter of neighborhood gossip and Angela's professional kingdom. The salon was undergoing a massive expansion, which meant contractors, dust, and men with tool belts were everywhere. Leslie, Angela's best friend and business partner, was overseeing the bid. She was accompanied by Joseph, Marcus's best friend, and a man who treated every conversation like a high-level negotiation. The bid is high, Tariq, Leslie said to the lead contractor, a man who looked like he'd stepped off the cover of a fitness magazine. Tariq shrugged, flashing a smile that could melt lead. Leslie, this is the best price, but I promise the work will be done right. I've known Angela since college. I'll keep it professional. College? Jennifer, the salon's most outspoken stylist, chirped in. Wait. You knew Angela back when she was wild? Tariq's smile widened. Let's just say she wouldn't remember me, but I would never forget her. The salon ladies gasped in unison. The implication was a nuclear bomb in a room full of hairspray. She doesn't remember him? Jennifer whispered to Leslie as Tariq walked away to check a load-bearing wall. Honey, that is the kind of man you make a fool of yourself for. Angela's happy with Marcus, but that whole mess with Sabrina Murphy has her on edge. If she sees Tariq. We're looking at World War III. Chapter 3. The investigative reporter. Angela Williams did not go to work that morning. Instead, she took her trust and drove it straight to the address she'd managed to pry out of Marcus's phone. Sabrina Murphy's house was a modest suburban home that looked nothing like the lair of a homewrecker. Angela, flanked by Jennifer and Leslie, who had insisted on coming along to provide tactical support, and Vaseline. If things got physical, pounded on the door. A woman answered. She looked exhausted, holding a toddler. Are you Sabrina? Angela demanded, her hands on her hips in the classic about-to-go-off stance. The woman looked at the three of them. I'm Sabrina, and if you're here about Marcus, I already sent the letter. What letter? Angela asked. The apology. I was put up to it, Sabrina sighed. A friend of mine told me I could get a quick settlement if I claimed the kid was his. I've never even met your husband. I don't even have a kid with him. This baby is my nephew. Angela felt a wave of relief so strong she almost fell over. But right behind it came a wave of intense guilt. She had burned his car. She had melted his jewelry into a medallion that said, "I can't stand your ass." "Oh, I'm in deep," Angela whispered. "I'm in real deep." "You think?" Jennifer cackled. "You basically committed arson over a prank call." Chapter 4. The Studio and the Silverback. Meanwhile, at the C Sports Now studio, Marcus and Richard were preparing for their broadcast. The studio was Marcus's sanctuary, or at least it was until Keisha showed up. Keisha was Marcus's ex, and she was currently dating Richard, his business partner. It was a situation so awkward it required its own zip code. Keisha was there every day, bringing love in the form of home-cooked lunches and enough passive aggression to power a small city. Baby, I am so proud of you," Keisha squealed, stroking Richard's arm while Marcus watched the monitor with a grimace. "Todd, can you just go get the mail or something?" Marcus snapped at the production assistant. "No mail, but this letter just got dropped off for you," Todd said, handing Marcus an envelope. Marcus opened it. His eyes widened. It was the confession from Sabrina Murphy. She was put up to it, Marcus read aloud, his voice trembling with vindication. "She says my wife came to see her, and she told her the truth. I don't even have a kid." Richard patted him on the back. "See? Standing your ground worked out. Now, no more drama." Marcus crumpled the letter. "No more drama?" "Angela told me this morning she trusted me, but she had already gone behind my back to see this woman. She didn't trust me. She verified me. At least she didn't burn anything today," Richard offered. "The day is young, Richard. The day is young." Chapter 5. The Paternity Paradox. Back at the salon, the tension had shifted from Sabrina Murphy to the contractor, Tariq. Angela had finally arrived, and the atmosphere was thick with the dust of construction and the scent of suppressed memories. Tariq was leaning against a column, watching Angela work. "So, Tariq," Lefa said, trying to be subtle but failing miserably, "you said you and Angela had a one-night stand 14 years ago?" "Jennifer," Angela hissed. "I'm just saying," Jennifer continued. "MJ is 13. Tariq, you were in college 14 years ago." How did Tariq put it? Wild? Angela's heart skipped a beat. She looked at Tariq. Then she looked at the photos of MJ on her station. Then she looked back at Tariq. Suddenly, MJ burst into the salon. He had been sent home early from school because he had trouble breathing. "Hey, Ma," MJ wheezed. Tariq walked over. "Hey, kid, you okay?" "Yeah, just my asthma," MJ said. "And I have this whooping cough thing sometimes." Tariq froze. "I had that when I was a kid. And poor circulation in my left leg?" MJ's eyes went wide. "Yeah. Especially when it's cold." Angela felt the world tilt. She grabbed a chair to steady herself. Tariq looked at her, then at MJ, then back at Angela. "You look just like my mom." Tariq whispered to MJ. "Oh, Lord," Jennifer muttered. "We're gonna need a bigger DNA kit." In a panic, Angela pulled Jennifer into the back room. "Jennifer, I was drunk that night. It was college." "I thought Marcus was the only one." "Well, clearly, the wild years are coming back to bite you on the butt," Jennifer said, reaching into her purse. She pulled out a handful of long cotton swabs. "What are those?" Angela asked. "DNA swabs. I keep them in my purse for emergencies," Jennifer said matter-of-factly. "You never know when you need to check a father's claim. Why do you have leftovers from a DNA kit in your purse?" "I was going on Maury once. Long story." "Take them. Swab Tariq. Swab Marcus. Swab the kid. Let's get some answers before Marcus finds out he might be raising Tariq's mini-me." Chapter 6. The Peaches Incident. While Angela was spiraling into a paternity crisis, a new disaster was brewing at home. Marcus, trying to be a proactive father, had decided to search MJ's room for any signs of the boy's recent breathing issues. Instead of a nebulizer, he found a perfectly rolled joint in the hallway. "Angela!" Marcus screamed as she walked through the door. "What?" "I'm busy. I'm dealing with stuff. Is there a crack in our family foundation?" Marcus held up the joint. "I found this. MJ is doing the weed. He's on the Mary Jane." Angela stared at the joint. Her guilt over the potential paternity issue collided with her maternal instinct. "A joint? Our son? Oh no. Not Peaches." Angela stared at the joint. "Our son." "Who is Peaches?" Marcus asked, confused. "My Uncle Harold." He started with the weed, then it was the gateway. Next thing you know, he was on the street corner with no teeth, scratching himself and calling himself Peaches. I refused to have a crackhead as a child. Angela went into full-scale intervention mode. She went to the library and brought home books titled Junior Won't Say No and Is Your Child a Hophead? When MJ finally came home, he was greeted by two parents who looked like they were ready to commit him to a high-security asylum. "Son," Marcus said, his voice deep and dramatic, "we found your Mary Jane." MJ looked at the joint. "That's not mine. Don't lie to us." Angela shrieked. "I saw the video. Drugs are for turkeys. You're gonna turn into Peaches." "Ma, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't even know who Peaches is. Go to your room," Marcus commanded, "and don't come out until you've confessed to your crimes against this family." As MJ stomped upstairs, Miss V walked into the kitchen, looking remarkably relaxed. She was humming a tune and moving with a certain swagger. "Miss V, we have a crisis," Marcus said. "MJ is on the weed." Miss V stopped. She looked at the joint on the table. She looked at Marcus. Then she burst out laughing. "That ain't the boy's weed," she cackled. "That's mine." The kitchen went silent. You could have heard a pin drop on the linoleum. "Yours?" Angela whispered. "The doctor prescribed it for me," Miss V said, suddenly serious. "I've been taking chemotherapy. I have a little cancer, and the marijuana calms my stomach after the treatments. I didn't want to tell y'all, because I didn't want a fuss." The anger in the room evaporated instantly, replaced by a crushing wave of sympathy and embarrassment. "Miss V, we're so sorry," Marcus said, stepping forward. "Don't be sorry. Just give me my medicine back." Chapter 7. The gay best friend, Gambit. With the drug scare resolved and the cancer news handled with a mixture of prayer and medical marijuana, Angela turned her attention back to her wild past. An old friend from college, Nick Boland, was in town. Nick was handsome, charming, and, according to Marcus's memory, very gay. Years ago, Angela had told Marcus that Nick was gay so she could hang out with him without Marcus getting jealous. It was a lie that had persisted for over a decade. "Angela, why is Nick here?" Marcus asked, watching from the window as a sleek sports car pulled up. "He's just in town looking at real estate, baby. You remember Nick? Good old gay Nick." Nick walked in, looking like $1 million. "So, Nick," Marcus said, testing the waters, "found any lucky man to settle down with?" Nick blinked. "Man? No, Marcus. I haven't found the right girl." Angela kicked Nick under the table. "I mean," Nick quickly corrected, "the right girlfriend to talk to about my male partner. Yes, I'm very gay. Super gay. Queen out." He tried to snap his fingers in a Z formation and failed miserably. Marcus narrowed his eyes. "You know, Nick, I have a friend I'd like to introduce you to. Big Frank. He's a security guard at the studio. He's 6'8". He just got his back waxed, and he's looking for a cuddle buddy." Nick's face went pale. 2 years for attempted murder of his last lover, Marcus said cheerfully. "He's on his way over now. Angela, fix this." Nick hissed. "I can't," she whispered back. "If I tell him you're straight, he'll know I lied to him for 14 years. I'd rather face 14 years of Marcus's wrath than 2 minutes of Big Frank's cuddling. Nick stood up. Marcus, I'm straight. I've always been straight. Angela lied to you because she knew you were a jealous silverback. Marcus sat back and crossed his arms. I know, Angela gasped. You knew? Baby, I've known since the first time I saw him look at your backside, in 2008. I just wanted to see how long you'd keep the charade going, and I really did call Big Frank. He's not gay though. He's just looking for a sparring partner at the gym. Chapter 8. The proposal and the time of the month. The grand finale of the week's drama took place at the studio. Richard had decided to propose to Keisha. He had bought a $57,000 ring and was prepared to make the ultimate mistake. Don't do it, man, Marcus warned. A prenup is a setup for failure, but a marriage to Keisha without one is a setup for bankruptcy. I love her, Marcus, Richard said. At the same time, Joseph and Leslie were having their own crisis. Leslie had seen a ring in Joseph's bag, which was actually the one Joseph was holding for Richard, and assumed he was going to propose. When he didn't, she went into a spiral of rejection. You don't want to marry me? Leslie yelled in the middle of the studio. Leslie, we agreed. What we have works. Why change it? Joseph argued. Because I want to be chosen. Joseph, I don't want to be working. Joseph, stressed and confused, made the fatal error. The man law violation. To end all violations. Leslie, are you kidding me? Is it that time of the month? You're always a little more sensitive when you're on your cycle. The studio went silent. Marcus put his head in his hands. Todd, the assistant, backed slowly out of the room. What did you just say to me? Leslie's voice was a low, dangerous growl. I'm just saying. It's an alert. It's like a weather report. Joseph dug the hole deeper. Mayday, mayday, Marcus muttered. He's crashing and burning. As Leslie chased Joseph out of the studio with a heavy tripod, Richard and Keisha walked in, beaming. They had already gone to the judge. They were married. And then, look at my ring. Keisha squealed, thrusting the $57,000 diamond in Angela's face. Angela looked at the ring, then at Marcus, then at the chaos of her life. She realized that despite the arson, the paternity scares, the fake gay best friends, and the medical marijuana mishaps, her marriage was the only thing that actually made sense. She walked over to Marcus and took his hand. Marcus? Yeah, baby? I'm sorry. I burned your car. I know, baby. And I'm sorry I verified you. I know, but I really do love you. Marcus smiled, pulling her close. I love you too, Peaches. Don't call me Peaches. And as the sun set over the city, the sounds of Teddy Pendergrass began to drift from the Williams' bedroom once again, proving that for better or for worse, the music never really stops. Thin Walls and Thicker Lies. A Comedy of Errors. Chapter 1. The Baritone of Dread. The Williams household was a temple of modern domesticity, but like most temples, it had its structural flaws. The primary flaw was that the walls were approximately the thickness of a wet napkin. 14-year-old MJ Williams sat at the kitchen island, staring despondently into a bowl of soggy cereal. He hadn't slept well. In fact, he hadn't slept at all. Every time he closed his eyes, he heard the low-frequency rumble of a voice that sounded like a tectonic plate shifting under a velvet blanket. Larry White. MJ muttered, his voice cracking with the weight of his trauma. Who is Larry White? His father, Marcus, asked as he bounded down the stairs, looking suspiciously refreshed. He was grinning, practically glowing, and humming a tune that made MJ's skin crawl. You know, MJ sighed, poking a floating Cheerio. The old dude with the real deep voice. I love you, baby. I love you, baby, baby. Marcus's grin widened. You mean Barry White, son? And what about him?